Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Shop Conversations. Now, you may notice that Drew and Kyle are not here this evening, and that is because Josh came in this stream. I sent him the link and I said, "Come in and join us tonight. Have a fun conversation." And he goes, "On one condition. Drew and Kyle gone. I want them out of here. This is my show tonight." And I said, "You know what? Because it is your birthday, sir, I will oblige." And so we got him out of here, and now it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us. That's right.
Just the two of us.
So a long time with Max. That's what we're getting tonight.
Exactly. So how's your birthday been, sir?
It's been all right. Yeah, I worked today, It's been a crazy. It's one of those weeks where I feel like something is in the air and everyone is just psychotic. And I'm like, okay,
at
cool.
Work, like employees or clients or like.
Yeah, it's more so customers coming in. But just I feel like something's in the air. So I went and had dinner with the folks tonight to kind of celebrate the birthday. And even our waitress was like, made a comment to my dad, like, "I'm really glad you guys are nice because it's been a crazy week." And I'm like, something's in the air. I don't know if it's just a Texas thing, and like I don't know. But look, our temperatures are getting cooler. You people should be happy. Be happy.
Yeah, I was about to say in California it's like 60 degrees. That's freezing. No, I'm kidding.
That is not freezing.
It's like,
you were such a vagina. Come on.
It's like 60. Well, at night it's like 65, 70. So people are chilly now. They're like, it's hoodie weather.
Listen, I know we don't like him, but before he became a total wanker, Jimmy Kimmel had a segment where he was like, "Oh, we've reached 65 degrees in Los Angeles. So of course, you know what that means. You need to bundle up like it's 0 degrees." And then he's like showing clips of all these people, and they're in like massive winter coats with like scarves and gloves, like walking through the streets of LA, like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, man. It feels great. So
no, it is pretty nice to get that cool California breeze going. So Salty, I don't know. Can we make Josh do some birthday shots? We'll see.
I would have to. Let's not do.
You guys
listen, I might
maybe
do
not
one.
Tonight. Yeah.
We'll I might do one. Look, we're planning on doing a little birthday stream on Tuesday night. So why don't we save most of that for that?
Sounds fun. I'm excited.
We'll pray I make it to. I almost said we'll pray I make it to church on Wednesday. We'll pray I make it to work on Wednesday.
Well, we'll pray that you make it to church as well, because
that's right.
You may need church after a crazy birthday stream. So
that's right.
Well, before we get into the show tonight, I want to properly wish you a birthday by singing you a little birthday song. So, well, I won't be singing it, but Dr. Steve Brule and his friends will be singing it for you.
Oh, good. I'm terrified.
It was last month.
There you go. For you.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, I love that show so much. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but so funny. Well, rip to the lip dip dip dip. It's your birthday. There you go. And for your birthday, Jamin D coming in hot with a $20. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Thank you, sir. Jamin D, you are too generous, sir. Oh, wait. It's Canadian. It's Canadian loonies. 20 Canadian loonies. Uh-oh.
Loonies and toonies.
Still worth it. Still worth it. But no, Jamin, seriously, brother, greatly appreciate the support. That is awesome. We love seeing you in the chat, and we're so glad that you're here. So for you, let's give you one of these. You know what? Let's go with some Warhammer tonight.
I am Iron. I am Wrath. I am Doom.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let us say hi to everyone in the chat. We've got Cajun Corey, whose birthday is actually tomorrow, right?
Wait,
The
Corey, are you
October-
the 4th or the 5th?
Corey, you the 4th or the 5th? Let us know, brother. But I know it's soon, so happy birthday to you as well, Corey. We've got Yuri Volte, who says, "It begins," which it does.
I think Corey's is the okay, yeah, because it's like a 10-hour difference. I had to think about that, and I was born at like 2 something in the afternoon. I was like, I gave him shit once. I was like, you couldn't have been born like 20 minutes earlier. What an asshole! So,
Wow.
yeah.
Damn. Jack Frost spitting facts over here. That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fair.
MG says, pick a time and stick to it. What the F? Yeah, I had an evening event. What work schedule has you work an evening event on a Friday night, nonetheless? Oh, is that a common thing?
No, but I'm doing a work event tomorrow night.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, actually, well.
And let's think about the industry that I work in. How weird is that? It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
We don't even work full days on Saturdays, but we're doing a Saturday night work event.
Yeah. Okay. That's odd. That's very odd. Like you said, especially for your industry, it makes no sense. I don't feel like anyone would be there, but oh well. We've got Alberto Magnifico himself in the chat. He says, Max, some dads are not your dad. I don't know. I don't know what that it is alluding to, but
yeah, I don't know
Jack Frost says happy birthday. So,
thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. And I think that is all. I grew up in a middle class family. Oh no.
I did grow up in a middle class family.
Hmm.
We mowed our lawns.
Is that a reference to the debate the other night?
It's a reference to an interview that a certain lady that's running for president.
Oh, it's a Steve Brule. Oh, okay. Maybe it went over my head.
Yeah.
Shoot. I'm sorry, Aaron. I should know that by now.
Yes, MG, we shall be unburdened by what has been. Well, until we start talking about X-Men, and then we're
yeah. Or we're turning the page. Which means we're waving goodbye. It's always in the eyes, man. It's always in the eyes.
Always.
Well, great to see everyone here tonight. Thank you all for being flexible. I know initially we were going to do it at 7 p.m. tonight, but Josh and I was able to get home in time. So Josh and I were able to do it a couple minutes or 30 minutes early. Which is 30 minutes actually late to our normal time. So it's crazy, but we're here now and that's what matters. So yeah, let's start off with some shout outs. Shout out to our good friends over at TCM Press. So I'll pull this bad boy up for us. So essentially our boys, Drew and Aaron and everyone over at TCM Press, Murphy, you guys have seen, might have seen some of these covers. You guys may have seen some of the news surrounding TCM Press and Drew and Aaron being on these new titles, as well as Murphy helping edit with Aaron. And so Bleeding Cool themselves actually wrote an article, Rich Johnston himself, says the Comic Mint jumps from comics retailer to publisher, launch at New York Comic Con. So Drew and I believe Murphy are getting ready, are prepping right now to release Unholy Nightmare to those who backed it on, I believe it was Kickstarter. But this is exciting, man. This is really cool. So we want to shout out Drew, Aaron, Murphy, all of you guys. The fact that, this is getting mainstream news. I mean, now granted, Bleeding Cool is a load of nonsense sometimes, but the fact that they are reporting this is a pretty big deal. But Josh, what do you think about them like actually having this in a Bleeding Cool article?
I think it's very cool. Very, very cool.
Very
cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Seriously though, I think it's pretty freaking awesome. People have their opinions about Bleeding Cool, but the fact that they're actually discussing this in TCM Press, I think, kind of shows the scope of what TCM Press could be. So,
Oh yeah, I concur. Yeah, like what this is turning into, what this could build upon to become, especially with like, here's some of the interior work of Aurelio Mazzara, who's doing Unholy Nightmare, and then just the covers on Silent Nights and the story that's going to be involved in Depths of Valor. Like, you've got so much to get into here.
Bruh,
it's gonna be a blast, man.
You need to go back up to the interiors for yeah, there we go. Right. Whoop. Yep. Hey. Yeah, it doesn't
Yes,
actually show
sir.
anything, so you're good there.
Yeah,
But there may or may not be some pages that do show something. I'm just saying. Oh,
Well, would that be on the Silent Nights Kickstarter? Because if it is, you guys, chat, will be able to sign up for Silent Nights on Kickstarter and will be the first to be notified once it launches. So make sure to get involved with that. Sign up for this, notify on launch. We've already got 106 followers right now that are being notified. So that is pretty dang cool. And Salty, it will go live, I want to say Monday for some of these books. Josh, you may know, and Aaron, I know you're in the chat, you may know as well, but I want to say that the pre-order for a lot of these will go live Monday, and if not, you'll be able to get them at New York Comic Con. So we'll see what's available. But in terms of the notification for the backing of Silent Nights, you can do that here, and I will drop that link in the chat, and then you guys can also find these linky poos in the description as well. So there you go, gentlemen, and thank you all for supporting Drew and Aaron and Murphy. Those guys have some kick-ass stuff coming out really soon. I'm really excited to see what they have planned. MG says, is this stuff going to be orderable at LCSs anytime? Because ordering these books one at a time with shipping is getting costly in Canada. Totally understand, MG. That would be a question for Drew. However, not that I know of at this time. I think they're still going to try and do it through either campaigns or through like TCM Press itself, which I think you may be able to order like all 4 of those books through them. So
yeah. I don't know if this is going to be the case moving forward, but I know that with Unholy Nightmare, before that got grouped in with TCM Press, they were doing retailer like backer kits, so retailers could order for their shop. And
yeah, that's right.
So I'll try to get some answers for that for y'all, and then if that's the case, let your shops know you want copies of this.
Hell yeah, man. This is actually the first time I'm seeing the interior artwork for Depths of Valor.
Oh, okay. So listen, and that that looks good, right? But
yeah,
there's so many pages that just look. Like you see them, and you're like, oh my god, this looks fantastic. It's good enough that I'm not always the one that's like, you should do black and white. And I told Drew, like, you need to have a black and white issue that you sell at some point, because it's that good. And there are pages,
so sick.
There are pages that are almost like completely black, and you have little details of white that are showing the image. Because, I'm just gonna say Depths of Valor, underwater. But it looks so good.
I was about to say, if this were a black and white book, I would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Because if you are talking about the depths of the ocean, it's gonna be dark, and that almost kind of adds a creepiness to it. So yeah, the fact that Nate, who's the artist on this, has done storyboards before for like Lucasfilm and done a lot of different sci-fi ships and things of that nature. Like, dude, this is gonna look so good. And you and Aaron both said that was, I think, the best thing that Drew had written to date, right? or was that Silent Nights?
No. It was Depths of Valor. It's very different than anything Drew has written before. And again, this is going off just reading the first issue. I know they're working on more issues now, but there's just I always hate when I say something like this, because it's some people understand and some people take it as like a backhanded compliment, but there's a certain maturity to his writing in that script. And it's really because the subject matter is different. You know, like when you've got a bunch of monsters kind of coming into like a horror type action comic story, or you've got a, you know, sexy spy, you know, thriller romp type thing, there are certain things there, but this is very much like that first issue was just, it's a very grounded, very focused. I don't know, it just surprised me. I wasn't expecting that from him. So I liked the surprise.
That's awesome, dude. I can't wait to get my hands on it and read it. So, well, that is kind of our plug for our man Drew, Aaron, and our girl Murphy. They are absolutely crushing it over at TCM Press, and we cannot wait to see what great things that they have in store for us as readers, as well as just like as comic fans in general. So really excited about that, and we'll be talking about this throughout the night. We'll kind of remind you guys, because the comic mint being in Bleeding Cool is also pretty great. So it says the comic mint it expands to publishing as TCM Press, launching at New York Comic Con 2024. Silent Nights, created by Stephen Finkel, hits Kickstarter. Depths of Valor combines mystery and history. Exclusive New York Comic Con variants are available with pre-sales online for a limited time. Super fun and really rad to see these guys getting some great work. So, well, let us move into our next segment, which is going to be a little bit. I got a little bit of show and tell for us. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. First up, some Punisher stuff from 90s. So this is Chuck Dixon, and let me go ahead and see if I can do this bad boy here. But look at that Frank. I think it's Frank Terran. Yeah, that cover is like creepy as hell, but looks awesome. And so this is the issues that I was able to find are later on in the run, which they're a lot more rare and they're a lot harder to find, especially in good like grades. But I'm just so obsessed with these like covers from Frank Terran. It's almost kind of like a early DWJ, but even more like gnarly and grizzled. But yeah, a lot of Danny Warren Johnson in there a little bit. And then this one has got to be so rad. I just love how he has the Punisher depicted here. So this is issue number 99. And then, so this is issue number 100. But I highly dislike this cover. I think it looks bad. It's like all foily, and then it's a hand that's holding a gun back at you. I don't know. It's real weird, but it's the giant size 100th issue. And I'm like, all right. But that was kind of cool. I got this for $1. But then this one, some bullseye action in the Punisher book. And this one's even harder to find, especially in good grade. This one's all chewed up. This one's got crazy gnarled, chewed up, corners on here. But once again, I got it for $1. So I was like, dude, I'll buy that for $1 any day. I'll buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for $1.
Exactly. So I got some bullseye in here, but it's a sweet book. I'm glad to own it, but there's it's a reader copy. It's a reader copy for sure.
Yeah, that foil cover one looks really weird.
It's weird, right? It's like, where'd it go? This is a good one. That's a good cover. But this one is like
It's the whole gun, like,
because this it almost looks like it's a photograph or something.
yeah. It looks like Tim Waltz likes to talk about how he's a gun owner.
Oh no.
And I feel like that's a representation.
This is how he'd probably utilize it.
I own guns, guys. I own guns.
Old tampon Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, pew pew, pew pew.
But yeah, no, it's odd. It's really odd. But for $1, I had to get it. So, now I will show off what else I have here. But I do want to show off something that I did not expect to come in the mail this week. I was kind of on the fence. I was like, is it going to show up? Like if it does, cool. If not, great. But if it does show up, I'm going to be really freaking excited. So I'm going to do a special show and tell for our main man, Kyle, not Kevin. What? What's going on?
Look at you! I missed
You're welcome. You're welcome. All
Look
right.
who's
That's all I
here.
gotta
We
say.
missed you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I fondle your boobs? Your man boobs? Since it's my birthday.
You have to-
Have at it, please.
Well, it's good to see you, man. Do you have anything for show and tell? I know it's kind of off the cuff, so if you don't have anything, don't worry about it. But
It's right. I don't have a chance to grab it, but it's the Dave Stevens artist edition of Rocketeer.
Oh yeah,
I got that.
very nice.
And you have the original of this, but I wanted to pick it up anyway. It's a New York Comic Con exclusive of Nottingham. You have that original. But I wanted to get
Dude,
that.
I mean that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Not
But
that many. It was
do-
like limited to 50. That thing.
Yeah, but you know what
Yeah.
you can do with yours? You can actually read yours, Kyle.
That's true and enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Also,
can't even-
Max is
I
messed
can
up.
just look
so,
at
you know.
mine.
Yeah, I know. This
Yeah.
see, this was packaged properly and it wasn't beat
Yeah.
to shit when it showed up. So
Max, I just want to let you know now that Kyle's here, you are fucked for the night. Okay, just we're gonna
Well,
get
but,
you.
I mean, just seeing his whiteness gets me demonetized from like YouTube. So they get like really threatened when he comes on stream. So
that's
I
true.
love it.
MG says I have the colored version. Well,
Wow.
you don't have the original piece though. That's the difference.
This is true.
The MG, this is the only time I can brag. Okay, I have a Roberto De La Torre over here.
Yeah, he's better than you, MG.
It's close. It's close, but I don't know. MG might win. So, but yeah, no, that's sick, man. You know, I actually really like that New York Comic Con cover, but you're right. It's super rare, especially the black and white. But then the color, I think, is maybe 100. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
there are several more of those on eBay than there were. This was literally the only one on eBay that I could find
Whoa,
at
damn.
the time. I don't know if any
Sure.
more have shown up, but yeah, that's it. I'm trying to think what else.
Oh, did you get the Art of Joe Jusko? I showed it off last week.
No.
You didn't
Oh,
get-
the book, the Marvel
Yeah,
Masterpiece
the
book.
hardcover. Yeah.
No, I never got around to getting it. Was it cool?
It was really sick, man. I like it a
Fuck.
lot. Yeah.
Damn. I want a set. I want a set. I want the original cards, like in the tin, like how they, that 110 foil. The set came back in the day. I want one of those, but they're fucking expensive.
Yeah. Josh, did you ever collect cards? Like whether it was Pokemans or Joe Jusko
Pokemon?
Marvel Masterworks or anything like that?
Pokemon? Oh, actually, I don't know where it is now. Yeah, I had Pokemon cards when I was younger,
Nice.
but that's it. I was that kind of nerd.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, yeah, see, MG's got to one up me. Oh, actually, I have 4 from Shane Connery Volk. Okay, big timer.
Uh-huh.
1 Nottingham Interior, 1 Gotham by Gaslight, Gunslinger, and 1 Gunslinger. So you're down 3, but only 1 published. So do the other ones count if they're not published? I don't know.
Not as highly. Yours is published, and
and
a very limited
yeah
printing of a book. So
now we're talking.
Mhm.
I don't know, Kyle. You're like the star of the show, but Dominic is simping over my man Josh. So I don't know.
That's rightfully
Josh,
so.
he says Josh is here again. Woo!
Hey,
Josh.
it's just an accent, okay? Jash.
Okay.
Jash is here
Josh.
again.
Oh God,
Don't get
Josh
too
is
excited.
here.
Jash
Oh,
is here
oh
again.
Lord.
We got the Kyle, not the Kevins as well. He's looking a little scholarly. Are you taking classes?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You look like you're getting more educated. I'm proud of you, Cal. Not Kevin, Kyle.
Is it just the bags under my eyes of just
No, you
not
look young
sleeping?
and refreshed. I feel like you got a backpack that we can't see. It's just back there.
No.
It's all the monotony that's really
Mhm.
bringing the youth to your face. So
Okay, so I'm paying a stupid amount of money. Well, where I work, the college I work at is paying a ridiculous amount of money for these classes, and I am finishing up. They're each 6 weeks long. This is the last week, so Monday night is the last class for the 6-week class called Introduction to Public Administration, and I have learned fuck all in this class. In my 36 years on this planet, I have gained more knowledge just being alive than I have in this fucking class. And this is graduate level courses.
yeah,
And I'm like, this would make sense if you're 20 years old and you have no fucking clue how the world works. I guess this is something that would be useful to you, but somebody who understands how government works, I'm like, I'm not learning anything. This is fucking stupid.
that's wild, man. So
Wasting my
they're not like teaching you legislative policy or like like federal versus like I don't
No.
even know a lot of that stuff, but I feel
Well,
like
it's like
that was
you're a public administrator and you want to do something. What do you think would be the best way to run a city or something? Like, look at a real life example of
Oh.
how this works or this doesn't work, and what does integrity mean to you? It's like, fuck off. Like, what are you wasting my time for? Like, what are we doing here?
integrity.
Yeah.
Damn.
To run a
No,
city, you'll need a mayor.
Right. Yeah. Explain
the
in
mayor do?
500 words.
Mayor.
Explain in 500 words how your whiteness makes you a bad candidate for mayor.
Right. I'm like, all right. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of
Oh,
course.
so thankfully everything has gotten away from DEI up until this last week, and we had to talk about equity and how equity is important. I wrote my paper in the fact that equity is not important. Equity already exists. You can't have equal outcomes. First off, there already are equal outcomes. Everybody can end up in the exact same fucking place. It doesn't matter who you are or how you start. There is nothing that is preventing anybody from getting to the same place that I have gotten in my fucking life. You may think there are, and that's fine, but I'm not standing in the way of somebody. That was my fucking answer to that. You want to do that? Get the fuck out of these people's way.
I tripped some hoes. How about that?
Oh, okay. Or you climbed the ladder and then you pulled the ladder up after you and we're like,
Of course.
Yeah, stay back, you hoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Josh, you were right. We're demonetized now, so it's okay. But
sorry. Hey, that's what you get.
I love it.
Pent up frustration.
You've been like waiting for it, baby.
Wait, are we
it.
really?
That's what
actually, it may have been me talking about the pew-pews. While I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
sorry.
No, I mean we missed you, man. We the chat's been asking about you. We've been waiting for you, so we're excited to have you back. But no, we loved that the pent up rage. That's what helps with this. So it's all good. But yeah, no, that I mean, I like the higher education system definitely has you believe that it should be equal outcomes instead of equal opportunity. And I always relate it back to the Marine Corps and like boot camp, Because when you are in boot camp, it's equal opportunity. You all are pieces of, crap when you start, but you can all then make something of yourselves. And some guys drop out, some guys become the leaders of the pack, and that's up to you. But the equal opportunity of being able to do that, that's what it's about. Not equal outcomes. Everyone didn't get through boot camp. There are some people who dropped out, so I think that's important. But we have to be nice. We have to have joy, guys. Joy is a strategy.
No tough love here. You can't have this. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not writing a paper on this shit because I already want to vomit. I almost wrote the professor. This is fucking retarded, and I honestly disbelieve in it. And I already like even week 1 before we even started, I was in on this guy. I said, listen, I don't give a fuck who you are, but I have a lot going on in my life right now. I'm not putting up with your fucking petty bullshit. You may think I'm some little fucking 20-year-old who's just gonna let you walk all over me. I don't think so. Like, this is how it's gonna be.
You gotta pick your battles, though. At least at my university, because it was every day I was hearing this stuff, and so I had to pick like which hill I wanted to die on. Like, oh, they're talking about abortion today, or they're talking about immigration today. Like, I had to figure out, like, okay, where can I speak, and where should I probably just get an A in the class and then just leave? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's tough. But Kyle's like, I'm dying on every hill I can, baby.
Well, for Kyle, it may have worked out. He set the expectation. I'm not coming in with your, liberal. I'm assuming he's leans liberally.
Hippie liberal boat. Yeah.
You never know, because this guy is out in California. He is a lawyer.
Okay.
He's been a lawyer for 30 plus years out there. And so I'm like, I don't know how this guy runs or operates. I don't know. But you're at a Christian university. So I'm like, it's such a weird I have no idea what you believe in, but I'm getting an A in the class, so obviously I haven't pissed him off too much. So
there you go.
Yeah. Find someone who's clearly liberal and ask, just pretend like you're struggling in the class. And like, hey, how are you doing in this class?
I do think it is funny because you'll have a lot of Christians here in California that are like, well, Jesus was an immigrant. I'm like, well, Jesus wasn't like a criminal on a list of like terrorists that have invaded a country. Like, I'm sorry, but like that's not how this works. Yeah. So there are a lot of Christians who just want to be nice, and I don't think Jesus came to be nice, No, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, Kyle, did you see our new show and tell intro?
No,
dude, check this out. You're a star. Here we go. Yeah.
You made that?
Oh, I didn't. It's a template. So like I can take clips from our like show, and then I can put it in there and like splice it up and make it look all nice. But
you took time to do that, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For this show?
I know. You get like 100 people watching you. You made that for this?
You did that?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. It's like official.
You know what? It's always like dress for the part you want, or dress for the position that you want, right? If this show has a production value of a show that, has thousands of people, then yeah, hopefully.
Good for you. I like it.
Yeah. Thank you. But no, I thought you'd get a kick out of it because you were showing off like a Spectre trade paperback, which is pretty rare, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was showing off the Miss Meow that I got, that Marvel comic book. That was pretty funny. I've got 2 more for show and tell, but these ones are actually maybe controversial because they are from Ya Boi Zak. So I backed these. Now, this is Will Jordan. So this is Critical Drinker's book. So this was the Will Jordan, and I don't know the artist, but this was for the campaign First Kill graphic novel. And then here's the actual First Kill book, which is actually gorgeous. This cover by Dale Keown just freaking rocks. Now, I have not read these, but the interior art looks beautiful. The book came in great condition. I just like with how Ya Boi Zak has been lately, I'm just kind of like, damn, I forgot I backed these. So
Throwing him under the bus, yeah.
So if he worked with Drinker, is it right? Is that what I'm getting?
apparently, I mean,
Yeah.
he
And
wrote a
now
new
he's
book for
like
him, right?
throwing him under the bus.
Big
Pretty
time.
severely.
Oh yeah.
Should I bring up the tweets? I mean, do we need
No, I've
to?
seen the tweets. I didn't realize they worked
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Because Drinker
Yeah,
ended up
man.
being like, oh, if you're like a comic book nobody,
He was like,
Yeah.
ankle biter. Yeah.
yeah. Sheesh.
Wait, so that first kill, did Richard Meyer actually write any of that, or was it everybody else but him?
I think it was everyone else, but because I remember you guys had read all of his previous books, and you were like, they're not great.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. They were
So-
getting like the first Jawbreakers was kind of fun,
Yeah.
and but holy fuck, it just went off a goddamn rail. And I tried to read Rock and Roll Ninja. That thing is a goddamn mess. Like it is so
Really?
impossible to read.
Wasn't
And
the
what's
art pretty
funny-
shitty?
Oh, good.
Yes,
Wasn't
and
the-
Matt
yeah.
Barr was on that art. It is awful.
Yeah.
It is so bad.
Matt Baugh, Gay Baugh.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's really interesting is that he says that Rock and Roll Ninja is the one that has gotten the most praise.
I don't know who's praising it, unless
so-
unless it was a Braille version that people are
Oh,
saying
no.
is great.
A
Even then, they're
Braille
like, what the
comic book.
fuck is going on? I can't even understand this.
That's wild.
Oh man, but no, it is so just terrible. It's just really bad, but it's a cool concept. Again, he has cool concepts. When you hear him talk, it's like that sounds really cool.
Right?
Then you get it, and it's like, oh, that's what it was.
Well, even this most recent one that he's had was like it's like a history of comic books, and he's like,
Mhm.
I want to try and preserve the history of what comic books used to be, so I'm going to write a comic book about the history of comic books. I'm like, dude, that sounds brilliant, but I don't know if I want to back that book
No.
anymore. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
gonna see it, like, what the fuck is this thing?
yeah. So
I know.
crazy, but MG says Chuck Dixon wrote the main book and CD wrote the other one, or Critical Drinker. So yeah, man, I'm stoked because I technically, I gave money to Ya Boi Zak, but I just got two books that are written by Critical Drinker, Will Jordan, and Chuck Dixon, both about like war era. Like that sounds cool, so I'm excited. But we'll see.
Mhm.
I've got his novel series.
Oh,
Did you ever get a
Cool.
chance?
yeah.
to
Have you
read?
read any of
I
them?
haven't read it yet. No, but I've got it. It's in my possession.
I have it physically.
I have it.
So this was from Gary himself. He says, good news, all those indie comic creators who have time to bitch about Critical Drinker must be done with their books that you that you all paid for. You should be seeing them all soon. But this was the original post from Critical Drinker, who said, who took a screenshot because Ya Boi Zak posts, YouTube, like, what would you call those?
The community posts.
Community posts. Thank you.
Mhm.
And this was a while ago, but he said it's Review Tuesday, which means you've had 6 days to gauge what your audience will allow you to say. If you would just review shows as soon as they come out, like every other critic on the planet, that would make you seem more like an actual critic than a conscientious aggressor or
Consensus aggregator.
Yeah, aggregator. Thank you. I'm retarded.
Look at you with your education.
With my MBA education.
Not you, Max. I'm talking to Kyle. Shh.
Oh yeah, no. Kyle's way smarter than I am.
No,
That's true.
Max has his master's. I'm still working.
Yeah, but he technically got his in California, so we're gonna.
Oh no, it is aggregator.
Sure.
Wait, did I
It
say
is
aggressor?
aggregate. You did
Oh,
say
yeah, I said
aggressor.
I really am retarded now. So
It's okay, Maxi Poo.
who's retarded now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Critical Drinker Here, since Kyle's got the NBA, you want to read? Can you read this, or is it too? Or do I need to like zoom in?
What's his? Or maybe I actually have a life outside. I don't know. I can't do his fucking. Or maybe I actually have a life outside of YouTube. Was away all weekend and only got back in time to watch and review the show yesterday. Seriously, dude, whatever hate boner you're maintaining here, just rub one out and get it over with.
Just rub one out and get it over with. Yeah. Damn, dude. I mean, it's gotten to a point where it's every day now that your boy Zak is posting stuff like this.
He's got that tism. He's got a little bit of tism, and it's like he is just fucking I can't let it go.
Yeah.
It's like
to the point to where the channel has become this,
Oh, today. I mean, I think he just posted like an hour ago about something with them. Like honestly, it's I don't know how long, but it's seriously been within the past hour. So I feel like he just posted something about him.
Yeah, I don't know. I unsubbed. I got so sick of seeing the bullshit.
Me too.
It's like, man.
And he went from being like, yo, you're doing the peak of what you should be doing with your channel, which is documenting the comics industry, to then being whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
you
got some holy crusade you're going after these guys for. And it's like, look, you may disagree with how they review things. Fine. Okay. But like every day, like multiple times a day, you're still going after these guys. It's like, man. What they're doing is not that egregious to where I feel like you need to be going after him for this.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, because he was at 103, 105, 105 or something K subs. He's now at 96. And still dropping. So it's like yeah. But
I don't know. I get like with what he was kind of saying, it's like, yeah, sure, you got to hold these guys accountable if they're giving bad takes on things or they're not actually watching what they're reviewing and they're saying it's bad just because everyone else is. Sure, hold them accountable, but like, what's the point? Like, what's your end goal? Like, okay, what do you want from this? Do you want them to go away? Do you want them to start reviewing things like everybody? I don't know. What do you want from them? And then are you going to believe it if they do? Are you just going to go away or what?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like he doesn't believe that they're being authentic, right? At least that's what I gather.
Right.
But millions and millions of other people are like, I feel the same way. So like they have we've met Gary. We haven't met Critical Drinker, but we've met Gary. We've met all those guys and they believe what they say. They're reviewing the stuff that they've actually seen. Critical Drinker was in Rome when he was like reviewing Penguin or something. So of course he couldn't review it. Right. So I don't know.
Also, I'm in freaking Rome. Like Penguin can wait. All right.
I was about to say
how
like
groundbreaking it is. Like, oh no, I had to stop what I'm doing.
I'm at the Coliseum, guys. I have to go home and watch Penguin. Like, no, absolutely not.
I mean, Penguin is good though. Like it's fire, but
that's what I do here, which is cool, which I'm all about. Like, that's great, but I'm not going to leave Rome to go.
Yeah.
Now I might leave Rome to review the show Rome.
Oh.
But even still, no.
Now Agatha, all along, I will stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The gayest show ever.
Yeah.
Down the road,
no.
Come on, guys, join in.
I know it's your birthday, but I will kick you. No, I'm kidding.
That's all I know, so you're good.
I've watched the first 3 episodes.
You did? Why?
I hated this 3rd episode.
I started and I don't know. I was doing something, literally anything else in my life, and I stopped and I was like, I don't know if I want to go back. I'm like, I wanted to watch them, one, to be able to speak semi-intelligently about it and to be able to say I have seen them. So people are like, no, this show's so bad. Again, like what your boy Zach says, well, have you fucking watched it? It's like you need to be able to say you've watched it. I get some of that, but it's like, well, you can guess what the show's about without having to probably watch it, but I get it.
Damn.
I've seen the first 4 episodes. The 4 episodes are out now, right?
There are 4. Yeah, I started
Yeah.
the 4th. I've seen the first 3. I started the 4th. I haven't gone back.
Yeah,
They just got to the house, the 70s vibe going on, and yeah,
it's basically them performing a concert to be able to move on.
fucking course
So
they
like-
are.
Yeah.
Like a concert for, like, from Dazzler?
I
Our
mean,
favorite X-Men book?
Not that good.
no,
Oh, dang.
it's I don't know. Look, I appreciate that they're using practical effects. I will give it credit for that. I'm sure there are people who be like, "This looks like shit," but that's the best thing going for it at the moment. And I love
that's fair.
Catherine Hahn. I love Catherine Hahn, but she's not a leading lady.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. She really is not. The tone of that show is all over the place. Every
All over the
actor, I
place.
feel like they each are like, I think it's this show, I think it's this show, or this show, and they're all doing their own fucking thing, and it's like I don't understand what's going on here.
And it's the black. So, for my opinion, the worst actress is the black chick. Is she
100%.
is she from SNL?
Racist. That's no,
I don't.
okay.
Is she?
Bro,
Because she's
I-
horrible.
She is awful. Like there is things that it's supposed to be serious and somewhat like horror in like tinges in it, and it looks like she's doing something for SNL.
Oh,
You
the
know?
overacting is so bad. Yeah, I don't understand. And there are generally moments that I'm like, oh, let this breathe. As in, you fucking wine moms are here. Let it breathe. Let it play out a little bit. And it's like, nope, cut something else and let's have some stupid fucking joke. It's like, what are you doing?
Are you talking about the 3rd episode where they're in the house and it starts leaning into the horror and
Yes.
you've got the
I'm like,
Asian chick and her mom and
I'm like,
yep.
Play with this. Play with it. Let it go because some of this could be creepy. Let
that
it
like
go.
60 seconds was perfection.
Yep.
And I'm like, I remember thinking, bro, if this is where we're going, this could be fuck my life. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yes. 100%.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, they had something and they lost it.
Yep, just like that.
Damn. Well, that was our Agatha All Along segment. Thank you, gentlemen,
thanks, you're
for
welcome.
providing us with your
What we're here for.
reviews.
Hey, we were all here.
I love that episode. No, I'm kidding. I did not torture myself with that. But you know what I did torture myself with? And I was saving this just for you guys. Look who's back. Our boy, our main man. Look who it is.
I feel like he's kind of been quiet recently. What's been going on in the Rippasphere verse?
Well, let's see what Shane Davis has to say, because he got pretty upset about a video that our boy released. So I'll play just a little bit of this.
The video. This was just to put a spotlight on some of these other creators. For more information about their stories, head over to their respective campaigns and websites. There are hundreds of other creators out there that I didn't name that are also doing a great job. If the Western comic book industry is to thrive, it's going to...
Oh my God. If the Western comic book industry is to survive, Eric, it's not to thrive. First, we have to survive because it is a war. It is a fucking war of shitty comics. And I don't need a guy that makes shitty comics telling me if the if the Western comics are to thrive. And a guy making another shitty comic isn't helping Western comics. I don't give a fuck. And oh my god. I might be the issue. Okay, maybe I am the problem. Maybe
He is so done.
He like channeled his inner Linda Carter there for a second.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's not wrong though. I'm 100%.
No, not at all. We're in agreement with him. So, Kyle, you didn't see this?
No.
Oh, okay. I forget which part it is in here, but Shane just straight up takes one of his ISOM comps in one of the books and just straight up like rips it in half. It was amazing. So,
good.
Yeah.
I love it.
I forget. Let's see.
You're right, Eric. I am the problem. I am a guy who every book I do, I want to be better than the last. That's it. I'm not okay with just doing another okay cover, and I'm not okay with. I'm actually still working and changing some things on some covers I recently drew. I'm not a guy that's just okay making another comic book page or another throwaway. I don't need a
necessary, envious, catty behavior by many, which doesn't really help this market at all. Everybody is finding their way, building their own audiences.
I'm gonna be back in a minute. I'm gonna go crack a goddamn box of isoms. Like, this is fucking pissing me off. Don't go. You're not gonna want to.
He's got a box.
Right, so here's one box that I opened. Right, this one's open. This is a heavy fucking box, by the way. God damn it! I'm so pumped. Let's go.
He said one box. That means he has multiple.
Are you guys sure
boxes.
these are sold out? These are sold out. That's one box. Now, before anybody says, Shane, that's bullshit. See, it even says fragile for Eric July's ego right there. Fragile ego. Eric July. And I think I have a couple more. I don't think it was just 2. It seems like I remember a lot more. I had to put in my card than 2, but there's these 2 boxes. So this one hasn't been opened, right? So I don't want to be accused of stuffing this box. So let's see if this box happens to contain a sold out comic. Maybe because I got these comp copies, they didn't make it into the $5 sale. Because my cover's sold out, it can't contain my covers at all, can it? Each one, I'm not even making this up, bagged and boarded. These don't come from the printer bagged and boarded, by the way.
No.
All right, Eric, let me bring, I just want to hear this one more time. What's for the Western comic industry to thrive? Catty people. That's what's holding back the American comic book industry is catty people, right?
That are also doing a great job. If the Western comic book industry is to thrive, it's going to take work from individual creators. Unfortunately, there's a lot of unnecessary, envious, catty behavior by many, which doesn't really help this market at all. Everybody is finding their way, building.
All right, Eric, I agree with Eric 100%. If this industry is, if the Western comic book industry, except I think it's survive, not thrive. If the Western comic book industry is to survive, Eric, not thrive, survive, it is going to take work. We are fighting for life, Eric. We are not fighting for a better dinner. We are actually fighting for. This is why you were able to sell it for $100. This fucking page, Eric, is not work. This is a fucking 3D.
Do you notice what it is? It's a lion.
Yeah, set laying on it. Yeah.
It's the classic
Hovering on the
like the boot is like weirdly on the couch. Like, oh man, it's so funny.
Oh.
3D figure that is standing, rotated to lay down on a 3D fucking couch. You charge somebody. I don't give a fuck if it's my cover, you fucking retard. This cover should not be on this book. Look, this cover worth $100. This shit you stapled it to worth shit. It looks like shit. Eric, this isn't work. This isn't work. Look at all the negative space on this page here. This is not work. This is an artist not wanting to give you your money's worth. This is an artist taking your customer's money and wiping his fucking ass with it. Eric, this is not.
Whew.
It's not wrong.
Wild, man. Wild.
Why would they give him that many comps? Did he ask for that many comps? Jesus,
That's a
fucking
great
Christ.
question.
Again, they needed room in their warehouse.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
telling
here,
you.
please God, take boxes of these. It's like I don't fucking want
Yeah,
those.
So many of those books went to like charities, and which I mean, that came across as like me being upset that he gave them to charities or whatever, but he was just he was trying to give stuff away, you know.
Yeah, but also understand that the moment you give it away, you can then utilize it as a tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
God,
and those poor kids probably have like, why is Isom? Does he have like, what is he? Is he a superhero? Where's Isom
kids
too?
think they're gonna have like all these reading disabilities and everything. It's like, no, you just read Isom.
Or they're gonna like, the teacher's like, I'm afraid your son speaks very odd. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Oh, did he read Isom?
We may have to hold him back a couple of years.
Wait a second. MG's saying it gets better. Let Shane cook. Jack says, no, don't stop. Okay. Are you guys cool if we listen to more?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Why not?
All right. Let's see.
I mean, I'm enjoying the rant. I'm liking Shane more and more.
Yeah, he's not wrong about this at all.
You know, I don't really watch Shane at all, but I saw this and I was like, this is he's on fire right now. You know.
Not work. This is the opposite of work. Eric, this is fucking lazy. Eric, this is fucking lazy. This is what will kill comics. This weak ass, lazy ass fucking shit has.
So do you guys remember live when we were like, oh, look, Gooding was just released. And then Josh fact-checked Eric in real time and was like, I'm pretty sure Gooding is spelled differently. And then when you look at the page, the title and the paragraph, they are spelled differently.
Yep.
Yes,
On the
they are.
same page, dude. Gooding.
We're here to save the.
Has
comic
anybody
book
seen?
industry.
We're here to make it thrive, not survive, right?
Thrive.
Yeah.
Thrive.
Fucking robot look this lame in their entire fucking life. You have one thing to sell this fucking character, a robot that looks fucking cool. Who gives a fuck? This looks like a fucking TV remote with legs. What the fuck is this, Eric? This is fucking lazy. Nobody gives a shit about this, Eric. You're going to tell me what it takes for the American comic book industry to thrive, and you're going to blame it on catty fucking people. I'm going to say this shit would choke a fucking horse. The fuck is this? You're going to hand people this and say it's fucking quality. Now, Eric, you might be fucking retarded. I don't know. I don't know. Is this what the fuck is this? The fuck is this, Eric? The fuck is this? Am I being catty? No, I'm not. Let me explain this to you, Eric. I'm not being catty. I'm not being catty. And you know what? It might not seem like it right now. You go, he ain't being professional. You go,
he ain't being professional. That guy right there, not being professional. He ain't got no professionalism because a professional don't act like that. A professional act like me, Eric.
He is moving professionally.
It is true.
Right? Yeah.
You lie.
fuck that. All right. Here's a fucking professional. This might hurt you, but this is professional. Here's the fucking thing, you fucking look at this. This is professional. This is quality. This is somebody giving a fuck about what's on the board, Eric. This is somebody giving a shit on a half-page money shot.
Now, I will say, when Kyle and Drew and I actually have a review of Inglorious Rex on the channel, and we all agreed that the art is superb. It's just that the dialogue and the caption boxes take away from the story.
Too much.
Too much. way too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, he definitely needed an editor to kind of rein in the, reel back some of that dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
But Shane has a place to talk here, I think, because I think his talent is impeccable as an artist. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. He is a comic book professional. And that's the problem when you have somebody who's posing as one start telling people how they think the industry should run. And it's like, no, he's taking this personally because he's like, no, I am a professional. And what you're saying is wrong.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're putting out a below subpar product and you're still talking like you're somehow an industry leader and that we need to listen to what you say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see him getting very pissed off. He's like, no, this is my life. And you're trying to tout it your work as the same level as mine. It's like not even close.
100%. And I think that so many people are hung up on like late books, that just because your book is on time does not make it better. Like just in quality, right? And I think that's a big point of contention for a lot of people. But
yeah, and late book, it's like I don't give a shit. I really don't care.
I would rather have a book be a little late and it be a good quality book than get a book on time and it's just utter shit.
Yeah.
And look like ISOM looks. That being said, if you say you're going to deliver your book within a year and 3 to 4 years later you haven't delivered it, then fuck you. But
yeah, like at some point it's like, okay, is there some level of accountability for your non-actions? Yeah, absolutely. I don't care how good your book is.
Get off Twitter, stop wanking your willy, and finish your book.
Yeah.
Stop trying to find your pocket mouse and get on your try and get working.
Eric.
Ooh. Oh no, I was just gonna go.
This is somebody.
I found it.
You see this? Camera angles moving, establishing shot, drama mixed in. I can probably find the same lame ass scene, guys in a gym. JILM. Fuck you, what a shot. When you've had when you've had it, you've had it. Let me find a gym page in Eric's book. I'm sure there's one. Or equally just bullshit. I mean, this is a fucking fight. Like, this is a fight. This is somebody not giving a shit, right? Ring, lights, all that shit, right? Big power shot there of the guy, whatever, right? I can turn and find you the same shit in my book, and I give a fuck. So guess what? It actually has the impact it's supposed to, Eric. Lights, ring, all of that shit, big power shot. This is fucking, I know you don't understand this. That's the problem. You didn't understand this when you accepted it and when you put it in print. This is fucking lazy. I'm don't get it. What the fuck? I can promise you this, Eric. Eric, this is not professional. Just because DC hired this fuck at one time to draw a 22-page Nightwing issue because some shit was running late, that's not professional. That was just the fucking train's moving on time, you fucking retard. You're starting a fucking train. It doesn't matter if the train's late or not. There's no excuse this book looks like shit. There is literally no excuse this book looks like shit. Why does it look like shit? Did you not make enough money? Did you not have enough startup capital? You said you had $200,000 of your own fucking money. Dude, $200,000, you give me $200,000, I'll give you a fucking book in your mailbox that looks a million times better than this. Dude, you printed this, and you're going to lecture on what the fuck professional and lazy is? What the fuck is this guy doing? Is he flying? Is he running? What the fuck is he doing?
That's a really bad
Young
splash
man.
page.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 young man. Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a 30-minute video. So, I mean, we could sit here all night and watch the rest of it. So, shout out to Katie Did, who clipped this from probably like a 4 or 5 hour stream, you know, but, and clipped down to like 30 minutes, which is just impeccable. But so, shout out to Katie Did.
Do we happen to know who the indie creators are that Eric praised? Is it all the people
Indie
that's working with
Oh.
him? Is he like Chuck
Yeah,
Dixon and
he mentioned-
Yellow
yeah,
Flash?
He talked about Rini, which I agree.
Okay.
Like Rini's the best in the game, right? Like she, at least she's one of the best in the game right now, in my opinion. I think he says it up here. Let me check.
Wait, I don't need another throwaway scene. Don't tell me about what times. I never bagged and boarded or fucking late. Stupid money. Wet comic want to win an argument or manipulate people. They take
It's
a
almost
posture
funny. Are you
into
just
this
picking
position
out
of-
things that he's saying?
And he's like, "Fuck, it's right,
Back and
late books, bagged and boarding, fucking immature, professional, retarded." Maybe I'll just do that, and that's how we'll watch the video. Where did he say? He said it somewhere in here, didn't he?
I don't know. We
don't
can
know.
figure it out later. That we don't have to.
Yeah, here I'll do it behind the scenes so that you guys don't have to watch me clip through that. But MG says wait until the ring entrance at least. The ring entrance. MG, do you have a timestamp? You got a timestamp for me? And I'll pull it up for sure. But Dominic says, speaking of Rini, did you see the cover she did for Cordrath Volume 2? Might pick that up. Ooh.
I saw Andy Smith put out a blast about covers for Cordrath. I didn't get a chance to
Has
see it, though.
anyone backed that or looked into it?
No, but I did back Aaron the Presty, Wraith the God 3.
Oh, it's out?
It's out.
Oh, dude, we got to have him back on once he releases it for sure.
Hell
So,
yeah. Yeah, I went ahead and backed it.
Okay.
I got cover
nice.
A and the roughs. I got that, and I got cover D, I believe.
Okay.
So,
Harley says, how much money has he made in sales this year?
no one knows. He talks. Oh, he only discusses how many books he sells now. I don't think it's not monetarily how much he's made.
I think he might. I think he might talk about, because I've seen like community posts where he'll say like
Okay.
over $600,000 or something. I thought,
that's
but
good. I
I'm
thought
not
it was
sure.
just, oh, I sold 10,000 book, copies of whatever the fuck. It's like, all right. Is that good?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right, Max, because I feel like I saw him talking about it was Horseman, right? That was 600,000, or
That might be. I know that's his
Potentially.
new. That's his latest, right?
yeah, but isn't that like substantially lower than what the others have done?
Oh yeah. I mean, his highest one was 3.2, 3.1 million, I think.
Yeah, and they've all been lower. Every one of them has gone down as far as
Yeah.
Which I mean,
ROI.
I have a feeling is going to happen just in general, but
Mhm.
Yeah,
maybe
but
I'm wrong.
going from like 3.2 million to 600,000 within
Mm,
6 issues, pretty much. That's a pretty
Yeah.
steep fall, especially when only one of those is a sequel. I saw them too,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
and you're getting better people to do better work for the books. That's not a good trend.
Yeah.
I agree.
Harley says, no, not Eric. Talking about that other dude you can't shut up about layout. You mean Shane Davis? I don't
He's
know
over
if he's released a book
200K. He's over 200K. I think on each
for
all
Inglorious
Glorious
Rex 3.
Rex,
Or?
yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he doesn't have like a YouTube following. Like he just kind of publishes books. So
Yeah, I know he
now,
does the
granted,
YouTube thing. I don't follow him. I don't watch.
Me
I
neither.
don't watch him.
He does videos, but yeah, I just don't really watch his stuff. And he's on Comicsgate Kings and things like that. But
Mhm.
all right, so here's the video that he was EFAPing. Let's see what.
Has been an unbelievable success. In just 2 years, we've sold over $10 million in comics and merchandise. To be a completely independent company, that is unprecedented. That said, in recent years, there has been to be a deep dive, but if you're watching this on YouTube, we will have links. In Razor Fist, you may know.
So I did get Razor Fist's book, Ghost of the Badlands. Kyle, I don't know if you got a chance to read that bad boy.
Fuck no, I meant. Is it good?
Damn, dude, it's so damn good.
That's
Like
right.
Razor Fist has a voice for like pulp, man. It's so cool. So
What's it
I
called?
will
again?
say,
Sorry.
Ghosts of the Badlands. Yeah.
You know him from his YouTube, but he's also one hell of a writer. He's done novels part of his Night Vale series, such as The Long Moon Night and Death Mask. And he's also written a graphic novel with George Alexopoulos titled Ghost of the Badlands. If you're into Westerns, this is something that I personally recommend because I got it. Next is Irene Strakowski, aka Rini. She did one of the ISOM posters, which is up for sale in our store at rippaverse.com.
For $2 on the store. No, I'm kidding. But it probably was like one of the $5 ones or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But she has her own comics like the Fiendish series, which is very much in the fantasy genre. For those that like material that prioritizes its lore and world building, Fiendish is a great option. Then there's our man Gabe El Taib, who's the colorist of ISOM 1 and 2. He's no longer coloring ISOM because he's launched his own company called Big Man Comics. He's since teamed up with Dean Cain and others to produce some action adventure comics, and he has plenty of others on the way. Paul Thayer is someone.
So this one's kind of cool. Paul Thayer, I actually saw at a comic convention, and he was just like, "Hey man," like I was just walking around one of the booths in I forget who, but he was like, "Hey man, do you are you pretty tired of like what Marvel and DC is doing?" And I looked over, I was like, "Actually, yeah." And he's like, "Dude, come here. Check out Project Niosis." Like he actually was a seller. Like he was like selling people at the booth, like grabbing people over. So the fact that he's getting like, press like this is pretty damn cool. So
I love that Max is falling for the tagline that every indie creator at a Comic-Con is using. Hey man, are you tired of what Marvel and DC are doing? Max is like, yes, I am.
Yes, how did you know? You just had the look.
But what if you said that and someone was like, "Actually, no, I love Marvel and DC." You know what I mean?
Oh well, then you might like this
Because
too. It's a little
there are
different,
shills out
but-
there. There are
Of course
shills out
there's
there.
shills out there. we every time we get to League of Comics Geeks, we prove that statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show.
One that I've been watching do his thing in crowdfunding. He's been killing it, and he's Lord is someone that I've known for a long time. His voluntary series.
I don't know that guy. Oh, look who it is. PTP. He recommended Pencils Down. So
Yep.
And then Phil Diaz is
Thing that he's
another
doing.
one.
Phil Diaz is another person that I've watched.
He's got some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Whatever that was, I'm not a fan.
The finger guns? Yeah. Was that Narwhal? Yeah, Narwhal. Ooh, this is a hard disagree for me on this next one. John Delarose. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no for me, dog.
No, thank you.
No thanks. And then here we go. Aaron Lepresti all the way at the back here. He should be first runner up. Best in the
Yes,
game.
Yep.
right up there with Rini. The Common America dudes. Kyle, this is right up your alley.
The fuck is this shit?
They're so kawaii.
Kawaii.
I don't. That's a made up word.
And then here's Rippasend. Gotta plug Rippasend.
The savior. Yep.
For J Drunk 3PO and Yellow Flash.
Yellow Flash book is not even out yet, right?
Correct, but he does
He hasn't
have
put out a book. He hasn't put out a product. So how are you touting him as a really good person that you? It's like you haven't even fucking seen it. How do you know?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Now, Drew has produced some books, and so whenever I mention his books, I've got some stuff to back it up. But yeah, like Yellow Flash, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
he's also a retard. Let's just.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
also.
I honestly have not watched a single Yellow Flash video ever, other than clips of him. So like, I don't. I don't know. I have no idea if he is or not.
This is about all you need to know for a Yellow Flash video. That's about how it goes. So.
Oh darn! I'm missing so much.
Yeah. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, pretty much. So. PTP, who took his backers' money, took their product and sold it at shows, then told them it got lost by child.
No.
Oh no.
I do
Next
have his Legend of Sleepy Hollow book is over here somewhere.
Oh,
from
nice.
PTP.
Okay.
It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah. Just like the Dracula book from our boy Kelly Jones.
Yeah, that's over there
Yeah.
somewhere. There it is.
But yeah, same thing with like Aaron. Like Aaron has produced books that like I've read before. So Aaron's next book, I'm like, hey, I know what he's got produced and ready to go. Like there's quality there. I know it. So
yeah, proof of concept is there. So I'm okay with saying I recommend this. It's not somebody who's fresh out of the gate, whose first product will probably suck. And that's okay.
That's
okay. It's
okay.
your first fucking time at this. It's like, listen, you got to know what you're good at and what you're not good at, and that's okay.
And they're going to be the people who come out and they're going to criticize you for it, and that's okay. You're putting your stuff out there at a public forum. So, but that's your art, right? You're expressing yourself through that. So, all right. Well, let us get into the next thing I wanted to pull up for us. One sec before we do comic reviews, but my computer is being laggy because I have Bleeding Cool up, and so it has all these little pop-ups. So,
wow, you just totally caught some STDs. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what happened. All right, let's pull this up. We'll go to here. And let's see what's right into the news. Breaking news here. We have LA Comic-Con happening as we speak this weekend. And I figured we'd go through some of these creators that are going to be there because I'll tell you guys something. I didn't even know that it was happening.
I was going to say, are you going?
No, not at all. When I show you what creators are going to be there, absolutely not. I'm not going. There's no way.
You're not going for the big MS, huh?
I mean, I've got all the signatures I need from my boy. He's my favorite artist of all time. I had everything signed by him.
Multiple sclerosis.
Who doesn't love MS?
Oh no, wait. So, I thought you guys were talking about SS.
Who the fuck is this glass clown?
Oh, there's a glass guy.
I mean, M. Sean Crayon?
Never heard of him.
How do you guys say crayon? Crane?
Well, if you say crane, you're stupid.
Well,
crayon.
What do you guys think about Scott Snyder being first up?
As he should be.
How did they put him in front of Mark Silvestri? That's sad.
One
Because
has
he's got
talent.
his book's coming out
Yeah.
in 2 weeks
Okay.
He's going to have
yeah.
the biggest book of all time in the
of
history
all
of comic
time
books.
in the history of
So,
ever.
Yeah.
With 200,000 copies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comic book
Woo.
industry's thriving, baby. Woo!
It's
Right.
saved. It's saved.
Yep.
We did it, boys.
He's there.
With beefy Batman.
Hell
with
yeah.
a logo that's a rectangle.
An axe. It's all
And
it took.
it's an axe too. That's
And
metal.
he kills
Oh.
people and he fucks them up. And he doesn't take shit from anybody.
Nope, not Scott Snyder's Batman. Well,
Nope,
actually,
that's
he would
just
probably
how he is in real life. It's just his persona.
he definitely wouldn't apologize for being a man in the comic book industry.
Fuck
Not
no,
at
you did
all.
not. No.
No.
Don't do that.
What was that pledge? Men say no or something?
No, he didn't write that. That wasn't him. That was
No.
a figment of your imagination.
That's right. Yeah, it was some other lame hack writer.
Yeah, some other cuck piece of shit. Yeah.
So we've got Scott Snyder, Mark Silvestri, Ryan Otley. Silvestri's really the only like actual like 5-star like
Yep.
top name.
Real
creator.
name. Yeah.
Agnes Garbowska?
Who? She a
Who?
cosplayer?
No, they actually have an entire look at this. Entertainment guests, artists and creators cosplay.
Oh, so
They
she
have an entire tab for cosplayers.
So what does she create?
Beats me.
Okay.
But M. Sean Crahan,
Like that's
So
not a
that's-
real face. That's AI.
that's his mask, I guess. That's what he wants to wear for his photo shoots. So
Yeesh.
Joel Jones, Mitch Jared's,
Yeah.
Jared's,
Fuck him.
Jerry Duggan.
His art. Fuck his art. Fuck Mitch's art.
I don't mind his art, but
I didn't
I
used to mind it, but now I do.
I can't stand him. Mitch is the one Max that I got into like the Twitter fight with.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And Joel Jones, I love, and I think she's incredibly talented. But they can't afford her, so they're having her write and draw, and she can't write to save her life. But she draws
Oh.
a beautiful fucking book.
She's pretty
Okay.
hot. At least that photo she is.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Mhm.
She used to have longer hair.
Ooh, that would have.
Mhm.
Otley's not bad. You're right. You're
He's
right.
okay. Sure.
Oh, I guess the Sean guy is from Slipknot. Which I don't know. Maybe he did a Slipknot comic. Who knows?
Wait, is Slipknot still a thing?
Still not a thing, or still a thing?
No, still a thing. Slipknot
Oh.
was a thing like 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked Agnes up. She mostly does art for children's comics. Huh.
That explains a lot.
Cody Ziegler rocking no pants. That's bold. Tom King, our
There you
favorite
go. The cuck
writer
himself. Hello,
ever.
Simp.
There
Poppin'
he
Polly's
is.
going to be there in line to get all of his Wonder Woman
Yeah.
signed.
Step on me, mommy.
Yeah.
He's next to Josh Trujillo. I will say, Ryan Parrott. I've read some of his stuff. He's actually pretty talented.
Oh, okay. All right.
I wouldn't
take your word for it.
him up, but let him do his thing.
Oh, look, Bettini Howard there.
No,
Good.
Why would you want to go see someone who's talented when you could go see Teenie Howard,
That's fair.
who claims that she's a lesbian even though she's married to a very straight man?
Correct.
Yeah.
They all are.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I will say, if you ever get the chance to go talk to Frank Thierry, you will not regret it. He's fucking hilarious. He's not the
Really?
best
Okay.
comic book writer, but he's hilarious.
Hell yeah. All right. That's cool. I'm all about that.
I still we all fucking hate Aftershock, but Frank T, I remember Pestilence. I still fucking love that series. I really
I don't
like
think I ever read
Pestilence
that one.
from
Yeah.
Aftershock. I have all of them. I have every issue in the back here. I got them. And the Tim Bradstreet covers alone were enough for me to buy that fucking series, but
I
liked it.
Wait.
So Frank is like as New York as you can get. and he doesn't care. He's going to say whatever he thinks, but I will never forget. There's a panel at Comic-Con, and he was on one of the DC like panels, and someone said something to him like, and this was probably like a kid that's like 14 or 15. And the kid was like, yeah, my mom read, I want to say it was when he was doing Catwoman. She was like, my mom said your Catwoman is a lot of fun, so I'm excited to check it out. And he goes, yeah, your mom would know, she was here last night.
Fucking
oh my god!
And I was like,
This poor kid's like,
that's
Mom?
it for me. You've been good, everybody.
I'm out. Have a good night. Yeah.
I was like, wow, like you know what? You're my favorite person ever. Like you won.
That's hilarious. Yeah, she would know, wouldn't she? Get her back here. She was here last night, you know.
He was blowing me back here.
Why do you think I had this tablecloth? You know, you don't want to see anyone underneath here. What's going on down there? Yeah. Hey, I told you to. No. Cannoli's got a gift for you, Josh.
Oh,
speaking of,
Broom, 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 broom. That's my lightsaber sound effect noise. So.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you were doing.
It's uncanny.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very
cool.
Let's see. Yeah. So overall, basically, I wanted to show this off to you guys because this is a very sad, lackluster. Like, look at this.
Oh, it's calling Kel.
Oh,
where's his gay partner? Jackson Lansing. He's got there. He is.
There he is.
Oh, look, and he's right next to Stephanie Williams Phillips.
Ugh.
Yeah. So. Ooh, here we go. Dan Panosian, who's great, fantastic artist. Mirka Andolfo, Jeremy Adams. So these three are pretty solid, but then look who it is. David Papose. David Papose.
His Space Ghost is supposed to be good, but fuck that guy because he blocked me.
Well, no, you heard.
I didn't even
You heard what he did to Perch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sending night letters.
He was sending night letters to Perch, and he said, keep my fucking name out your mouth. Like, he full on did a,
Well, first he sent night letters pulling you probably shouldn't talk to these people because they're comic skate adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it wasn't even,
was like, so then Perch was like, and then I've got assholes like David Pepos coming and sending me night letters. And that's when he did that. Keep my fucking name out your mouth. Well, don't send night letters, you twat waffle. Like, fuck off.
He looks like somebody that would do that too.
Yeah.
Fucking face.
He sounds how he looks as well. Just
there. God, I fucking hate it. Now I do like his Space Ghost. I've read like the first 3 or 4 issues. It is good. The Devil That Wears My Face was fucking stupid. I saw that. It's like you have the stupid twist after the first fucking issue, and it's like, okay,
yeah. And we can all remember just how bland, boring, and uninspired his Punisher was. So yeah. But
yeah.
I don't know who any of these people are, but they look like they-thems potentially.
Kyle Higgins.
No, Kyle Higgins. So Kyle Higgins did Nightwing in the New 52. He did
nice.
Power
Okay.
Rangers. Look, I personally like Kyle. I think Kyle's a really cool guy. When I was writing for Batman News, he would actually send scripts before they came out. That's why I didn't review Nightwing and wanted to so bad, but he's potentially problematic in the industry because he's got some he's touchy.
Even I like him even more now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I love him now. Good for you, buddy.
I mean, not with me, you know.
Oh well, then I hate him.
Other sexes.
I thought you were gonna say he has some spicy takes.
And then Kimmy Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo, they do the Beast Boy Raven teen YA books. It's like aside from Primer, it's the one YA book that DC actually sells.
Interesting. All right. But even still, like I don't know who any of these. I know
Tommy Wiseau is under there. What the fuck? What?
He's making a comic. Who knows? God. I don't know, but I look at this list and I go like, I don't know who like 75% of these people. I don't know who they are.
Caden Phoenix sounded like a porn name. I'm just saying. Oh, Tim
got
Sheridan, guys. Tim Sheridan.
Oh, Green Lantern, the real Green Lantern.
He's so gay that my voice went up an octave while saying his name.
It's Tim Sheridan. Yeah. So, and then I think these are like old creators that came last year.
So I scroll back up. Oh, it's just a little bit more right. So Kevin Grevio. I
He's
might
got
be
some good
wrong.
stuff.
He's an actor, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like he's the guy that was in Underworld. That was like the werewolf, the first werewolf. He was like, "Bloods!" Yeah, that guy.
What did he do? How did he do it, birthday boy? No, I'm kidding.
Bloods! And then he like starts morphing. Look, Underworld's underrated. It's actually a pretty chill movie. And
with Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, she's fucking hot. Like
you know which movie? Oh, I think everyone would. You know what movie I feel that way is like? I love that Van Helsing Hugh Jackman movie, and I know it's so
Shut
bad.
up, dude. That movie's fucking retarded. Stop. Stop. Dude. You're not making it a thing. You keep trying to make it a thing. It's not a thing.
I'll see myself out. Oh no, wait. I meant
I love he's like, I'll see myself out. Makes himself the entire show. What an egotistical
typical.
Yeah.
It's my show now. But so yeah, aren't you guys excited for LA Comic Con? Yeah.
This is all they could bring to LA. Like,
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you think they'd have like top tier talent here?
You would think, but everyone's left LA, unfortunately, for them at this point. So no one wants to go back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this is the only top tier talent DC and Marvel can scrape together.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
So,
but
how much are tickets? Can you look? How much are tickets to get into this piece of shit?
Let's see. Let's go to home. Oh, get tickets today.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna pop this off real quick just in case it shows my location. All right, it says Friday pass $47, Saturday pass for 1 day. A 3-day weekend pass is $114.
Damn.
So it's not super expensive. Like that's doable. But I think honestly, people are gonna go for the celebrities because I think they have all the Star Wars people there. So,
which Star Wars?
Yeah, do they have Amanda Strandberg?
Strap-on-berg.
Do they have Daisy Ridley there?
No, I think they have Ian McGregor and Hayden Christensen.
That's it.
So like
it's the best they got, huh?
They may have, you know, the good one.
You can't get Mark Hamill to show up. He's a fucking piece of shit.
No, yeah, no one wants him. Time out,
dude.
Say his name again? Say. You said hey.
Why did you say that name?
And who?
Ian McGregor? No. Ewan?
There we go.
Ewan McGregor. Bro, why do they cut their hair like a bowl cut?
I don't know.
Why is this a thing?
She's
so pretty.
It's for her weave. Gotta keep
oh my god. But it's so sad. She's so pretty, man. And then she it literally looks like someone put a bowl on her head and then just went right across the top. The old Lloyd Christmas haircut.
It's perfect.
Oh my god, Kyle, your favorites from Back to the Future.
I already overpaid for their signatures, but hey, I have them.
Hey, but at least you're not paying $700 for Mark Hamill?
Yeah, he's a fucking cocksucker. I cannot believe he charges that much.
Hey, how did Michael J. Fox's signature turn out? This is a little all over the place.
Oh no.
You can kind of make out an M, I think.
Okay.
That's about.
He made fun of
all I got.
himself. Wait, scroll back up. This the go back up.
Who are these people? Oh, you got Leah Thompson, Tom Wilson, teacher.
Yeah, well, Christina Ricci, yeah. Leah Thompson, yeah.
Angelica
Tom
Houston,
Wilson.
sure.
Ming Na Wen, I'd be down with her. Why not?
Come on, Kevin Smith. No.
Would he cry on your thing if you get him to sign it?
Also, I know people are like hating on Giancarlo Esposito, but I think he's legitimately good. He's just oversaturated.
I 100% agree. I think he's a very good actor. He's just go away for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, who probably has a better, worse signature than Michael J. Fox is who it was
Michael Golden.
Was it the Michael Golden signature I got? That was just the
Avengers.
Yeah, I think the problem was Fox, they couldn't get him to stop. It's like, no, you're done. Take it easy.
Oh, look, Max. Emily Swallows.
Yeah, she does.
Ooh.
Oh.
Erica Linebacker?
Who the fuck are these people?
Dude. Oh, here's the Green Ranger, right?
Yeah, Amy
Ranger.
No, that's the Pink Ranger, you retard. Amy Jo Johnson. Look, if you're my age,
first crush
I was gonna say, like, even I had a crush on Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh, they made.
I also had a crush on Tommy, but
you were like, I'm so confused. My little kid brain is like,
I don't get it.
I mean, I still have a crush. She looks gorgeous, man.
Yeah, she does. Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
No, dude, I would have gone for Sting. Are you kidding me? So
you legitimately would have paid $133 plus the flight out there, plus the $100 to like actually see him, to just go see Sting.
No, I mean, like, if I were in the area, I would have gone for Sting.
Yeah, go for Sting.
Right.
Have
you watched that McMahon documentary on Netflix, by the way?
Not yet.
Oh my
god, pooping on everybody.
It is so good. It is fucking awesome.
How so?
It's 6 episodes, and it really starts at the very beginning of his life and his dad and how they were doing all the things before WWF and how they wanted to, bring it all together under one thing and just power grabbing everything to up until basically they even admit, like, yeah, he didn't show up for the last day of the interviews because of all that stuff that came out about him in the text messages. So
they were both coinciding together. Yes. Okay, all right.
It was great, and they said, like, this was filmed before that stuff came out, and then the stuff after. I mean, it was literally up until, like, it felt like just a few months ago. It's a very good documentary.
I kind of feel like that had to have been planned to a degree.
Oh, it had to.
The board had to be like, okay, he's filming. Okay, great. Release it tomorrow.
Like, we're dropping this. Yeah.
I mean, it is so fucked up in the sense that this guy, and like with all wrestlers and just that whole business, it says you have no idea what is true and what is not. And that is fucking amazing that these guys still, you have no idea what they tell you, if it's real or not. And that's just, God damn it. It is captivating.
That's, I think, what is so interesting, but also kind of so scary, is like so many of these guys are living kind of a lie, because like you said, you don't know. It's all smoke and mirrors. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's for the audience and for the camera and what's actually them. It's I don't know. It's tough, man.
Well, especially
like part
now,
of their persona.
That whole kayfabe is very blurred now. Like, they'll let some real shit happen and then be like, oh, it's part of the story, even though it's real shit happening. But also, just a lot of these wrestlers are stupid people. That was, growing up to be an adult and listening to them in interviews, I'm like, yeah, you sound like a terrible person and you're a moron.
Yeah. That's what, decades of steroids will do to your brain. So,
or, chair shots, or
that
can't prove any of that. All right. Can't prove any of it. All right.
Concussions. It was just a blood capsule, guys. Nothing happened.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Yeah. JK, thanks for being here. Have a great night, and go be the best mother ever, Super Mom.
I feel really bad. I'm 99% positive I've always referred to JK as a dude, and now I'm finding out JK is a mom, therefore not a dude.
Wait, are you saying that men can't be moms? Huh? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So comics.
So anyway, back to the comic world. Baker also replaced Mark Hamill voicing the Joker and oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, dude, really outside of Joker and Luke, which are granted huge roles, Mark Hamill really, I don't know why he has the pull that he does. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I do know why, but I've never been infatuated by him. So I don't know.
No,
Do you guys
slowly
see
waned the older I've
Yeah.
gotten? It's just like, all right.
Yeah, especially with like his whole, he was on that Nerds and Geeks for Harris stream and was like, just got the crazy
Of
eyes.
course he was. He blew a fuse.
Yeah. Well, let's go to our last topic. Kyle, did you get to read any books this week or no?
I did.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, then we'll just take like 5 minutes just to cover this real quick. I wanted to share that a U.S. court states that Marvel and DC have lost their superhero trademark. Now, Josh and I were talking behind the scenes. We really don't even know what that means. So I was just going to kind of read through some of this and see what that entails. But it says U.S. court cancels Marvel and DC's joint superhero trademark. This opens the term superhero for public use, which I always thought it was.
I was like, can you trademark superhero? I didn't know it was.
Yeah. The case argued that superhero is a generic term not deserving of trademark protection. Like, were they getting paid every time somebody used the term superhero? History of Marvel and DC's previous success defending the superhero trademark outlines their tight control. So the law firm of Reichman, Jorgensen, Lehman, and Feldberg has announced a landmark victory in its trademark case against comic publishers Marvel and DC. They've obtained an order from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office canceling Marvel and DC's joint trademark for the word superhero and thus allowing their clients S.J. Richard and Super Babies Limited to freely use them. All right. Good for you, Super Babies.
Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, right. They were like, before I die, we're going to make sure that Super Babies can use the term superhero or superheroes. Yeah.
Yep.
This trademark cancellation was granted after Marvel and DC failed to respond to court requests.
That sounds like Marvel and DC right now.
Exclusive...
Pretty much.
They don't have anybody in the mailroom. Fuck, we fired everybody.
No. What is this mail for? You know what? They got Pepe Sylvia down there in the mailroom.
Exactly.
I got boxes of mail down here, Mac. Pepe Sylvia. It keeps coming in. And Mac is like, not only do all these people exist, but they've been asking for their mail on a daily basis. I love that show. They challenged the exclusivity of the superhero trademark after DC attempted to block Richards, either one, efforts to promote the Super Babies, a team of superpowered superhero babies. No duh. Thanks for the redundancy. In its cancellation petition, RJLF charted the history of the superhero trademarks and showed how Marvel and DC used the marks to stifle competition and oust small and independent comic creators. Oh, wow. Securing this result is not just a win for our client, but a victory for creativity and innovation by establishing superheroes' place in the public domain. We safeguard it as a symbol of heroism available to all storytellers. Well, you know what? Frankly, if that is the case, good for them. You know, legitimately good for them. That's badass. Because Marvel and DC, I don't even think deserve to have that right to the name anymore.
I think it should have been trademarked in the first place.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Was anyone even? I mean, clearly they gave an example, but part of me wonders is like, just knowing the stupidity of DC and Marvel right now, they probably only went after other comic companies instead of realizing like, oh, this TV show that's called Superheroes, we could have gotten money from that. Oh, this album that's got a song called Superhero, we could have gotten money from, and they probably didn't even go after those people. Like I'm willing to bet they didn't.
There's not enough money in it for them to even bother going after somebody.
They tried. So DC tried to go after Whataburger at one point.
Really?
What?
For the design of the W compared to Wonder Woman.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's almost as bad as Disney going after the parents who had the Spider-Man on the gravestone or the headstone for the grave for that kid, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't use that Spider-Man." God, Disney is awful. They are terrible.
We want $1 a day. The second,
for that headstone for your dead son
in perpetuity. You fucks.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that? Your wife died because she ate something that she's allergic to in one of our parks, even though we told her she told them that she's allergic to it. Don't put it on there. She died. Yeah, you can't sue us because you signed up for Disney Plus. Suck it, bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. Not only did you sign up for Disney Plus, you did it like 3 years ago, and you signed up for like the 3-month free subscription and then canceled afterwards. So like, I don't know why I'm a New Yorker now, but apparently, you know,
all who work at Disney.
That's the only accent we can do. But it would actually be more like, sorry, we're so sorry, even though they're like,
no, man, the mob had to go somewhere. Okay, like we had to go somewhere. We're working with Disney.
No, even the mob wouldn't do that. The mob would still be like, that's kind of fucked up, man. Like, I don't think you should be doing that.
You should have told that stupid bitch wife of yours to not eat that shit.
The woman situation, they would have like been like, yeah, sorry, it sucks to suck. But the kid, they've been like, bro, like it's a kid, man.
They'd be like, come on,
my
man,
kid dressed up as Spider-Man.
Let him have the
kid have
thing.
Yeah,
you're gonna let that kid have it, and you're gonna like the tombstone, okay?
That's pretty
Give
good.
The Spider-Mans.
The Spider-Mans, the Spoodermans. What are these kids like these days? The Pokemans. I don't know.
Pokemon. Put the Pokemans on there.
Let the kid have the fucking Pokemon, okay? Now give me my Gabagool.
Get the Gabagool.
Yo, listen here, Bobby Igas. You got a son, right? You do? Yeah, he's growing up, right? Wouldn't you like to see him dress up as Spider-Man for Halloween? You would, wouldn't you? That's what I thought. I think you would like to see him dress up as Spider-Man.
Wait, Josh, this is like actually really like I want to see you do mob faces now and like mob like accents and actors. That's hilarious.
Look, I'm gonna throw this out there. I have one best actor at state, so
a thespian.
I've got one of my things right here. I gotta polish it up, but
that's pretty cool, man. Hell yeah. Look at that. You're a gold star.
Best actor 2005, 2006, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm a thespian. Want to watch?
I mean, they're right up there. They're about, neck and neck.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where my plaque is. I got a plaque somewhere. I don't know. I'll find it.
But yeah, no, you got to do the real manipulative. Like, as a mobster, you got to be like, you got to appeal to their, innocence and their like the things that they love, and then you undercut it with like, you wouldn't want that kid to, But well, let's get to some comics this week, gentlemen, because I think it's time we talked about
comics,
some good and some bad. I actually want to start with the good because this was seriously like phenomenal. I really liked this issue.
I haven't read this yet, so I'm excited to hear you talk about it.
Oh, okay. Cal, did you get a chance? Oh, that smile. He didn't read this one either.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get your thoughts first. We've missed you so much on the show. I want to hear your thoughts on Conan, Battle of the Blackstone, issue number 2.
I liked issue 1 better, but this was good.
Oh, okay. What did you like about issue 1 as opposed to issue 2 then?
I liked the setup more. I liked where I don't know. It just seemed the flow of that one it kept me a little more captivated, I guess, is a way. I was really wanting like that issue 1, like what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? And I was reading it, very quickly because it was just so awesome. This one, it was still good. Don't get me wrong; it's a great issue. and the art is fan-fucking-tastic in this thing. But I mean, that's not. I'm not damning this issue. It was great. I just think when you have a high so high, it's like how do you keep that here? But no, this still continued. I didn't like how it ended. I was just kind of bummed. By the end of it, I was like, ah.
I will say spoilers. This is like big time spoilers, and I won't say who, but I will say we lose a character in this book. Like,
Not the one I wanted to lose.
and I was like, oh, bro, that was the coolest one. He's
I
the best
know.
one.
I'm like, really? I'm like,
In issue
I know
2?
who knows if they actually are what they are, but if they
Right,
are gone, I don't know. But I'm just like, fuck, man. Like,
Oh,
but
and how he
why?
gets
I
how he or
know.
she, because it could be a he or a she, I don't know, but how that person ends up dead at the end of the issue is like, it's brutal, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
like, oh
that,
damn, like you really
yeah.
really fucked them up. All right.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought the monster in this was kind of not lame, but like I just didn't like the look.
the
That
demon, this
yeah,
thing,
I'm not a fan.
the Cthulhu monster.
Yeah, it's just
Hmm.
eh,
Really?
that kind of
Okay.
really didn't do it for me. But
Okay.
that aside, I like that. I like we get what the meaning of that symbol is, and I do like
Yeah.
all that. Building of the lore, and I love when Conan and Solomon Kane
Oh,
meet. Fucking awesome! I
beautiful,
loved that.
masterful.
Oh,
Conan with all his just like angry, dumb,
love
kind of
it.
masculine, chimerian, Sumerian rage, but then like, you know, Solomon Kane with his like righteous fury of like, if you're a demon from hell, I will purge you. You know,
Yeah, it went from 0 to 100. Like Conan was just like,
yeah,
I'm not even going to give you a chance to even try anything. Like
no,
you are just fucked. Like
yeah.
I absolutely love it.
And like, imagine getting punched by Conan. Like, the art does it great service because like the art really feels like Conan punches him hard, dude. Like, the artist really showcases, oof, like that's a god dang. But hey, Solomon Kane's able to come back and actually give him one.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, the
Good
look
fight.
in his eye here, man. So
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
But yeah, the fight between these two, it very much reminded me of you know, in Avengers where they're all kind of headbutting before the team comes together. That's kind of how I felt this was. But
100%. Yeah.
now, did you notice there's a typo? At least I think it's a typo.
Oh.
I gotta, you know, if this were any other work, I'd still, you know, I'd still showcase it. But
All right. To not recommend, but go ahead.
because this one letter.
Yep.
No, it says its claws shred mortal Ken into ash, and I think it's supposed to say mortal men, right?
I read
Its
it as
claws-
men, actually.
And I think most people would. Its claws shred mortal men into ash like
Yeah.
hot pokers unto parchment as the air fills with ragged screams of agony.
Mm.
And I think it should be men, but it's Ken.
Yeah, I think I read it as men. I didn't
Yeah.
even pick that up.
Are you Kenuff?
Well, you gotta let him know he's a fucking moron. Doesn't sound right.
Gotta let the editor know.
No.
Guys done jacked up on this one.
You ruined the book. Congratulations. I had no idea what this was about now. I'm
I
completely
now
off.
cannot read this. It's unreadable.
It's unreadable. Stupid.
Well, I will go ahead and because I wrote a little bit of a review here, so I'll go ahead and share my tab so that we can look at some more of the art. But I'll read the review that I basically had here. It basically said the figures of Robert E. Howard's universe are confronted by a spectral apparition. Its words veiled in mystery. But unceremoniously, these characters are thrust into the Hyborian age. So all of the Robert E. Howard characters are like thrust into Conan's age, joining Conan and Brissa on a journey through time. I do like that Brissa's back. I think that's cool. Disoriented and uncertain of their surroundings, the eclectic group finds themselves in a state of confusion. Even the legendary Solomon Kane and Conan clash in a heated dispute. However, as the realization dawns upon them that a demonic force from the Black Stone is hunting them, they must confront their fears and decide whether to flee or fight. But yeah, I thought that the symbol is actually a word that says like hunted.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So that makes things much more like we're now a little bit clearer on what this thing. It's a mark. It's a mark of being hunted by this demonic force. So.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, Titan has once again delivered a masterpiece that transcends anything that Marvel and DC are putting out. And the book just like feels different. It feels like bigger than like it feels like the stakes are higher, right? Like it feels like it's I don't know. Do you get that feeling, Kyle, that this just has a larger, broader picture of things?
Oh, 100%. Like this is ramping everything up to 11. Like this, like when you think of like a DC or a Marvel event that has no stakes and has 78 tie-ins that nobody reads and they're all kind of pointless. Like this feels like there is a reason that these characters are drawn to something. There is this evil that is attaching to them for whatever reason. There is a point to all of them being drawn in to the Hyborian age. It feels like there's purpose, and it feels like it's deliberately happening. It's not just, well, fuck, I don't know, happenstance. Why not? Go, sure, let that happen. It's like, no. There's a reason. There's a point to all of this. So, yeah, 100%.
Dare we spoil who
Josh hasn't read it yet.
Josh, do you want us to spoil it?
I can go away for like just give. I won't look at the screen and I'll look at you, but then give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Well, does the chat want us to spoil it either? I mean, it's tough to say because
it's a spoil. I mean,
it's a big like normally I don't. If it were a Marvel or DC book, I wouldn't give 2 Fs about it. But because this is actually like a good read, you kind of want to know. But I don't know.
I was just gonna say, and Jamin D hopped in. It looks like Mortal Kin is actually an actual pairing.
Oh,
I was looking that up, but it's not used anymore. But I guess it means beyond like human comprehension or understanding.
Okay, so it may then
go back up. Yeah, so go back up.
I was gonna say, I want to look at the
context of it. Yeah, because I thought it was saying mortal men. It's claws shred mortal ken into ash.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be mortal men.
Yeah, mortal kin doesn't fit in that context.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna mute, and then or I'm gonna mute, but take my headphones out, and I'm just gonna watch y'all. So.
And then I'll just give you a thumbs up once we say it. Or do you want to look at the screen too? Because should we show it?
You can show it, but I'm gonna like focus. I'm just gonna. It's right here, Max. I'm just gonna.
I must look away.
All right, okay. Just look breathe, right at me. Don't
breathe and let it happen. It's okay.
Kyle, you wanna let loose the spoiler?
Yeah. So we get Borat for what appears to be a fight he's having at another place in time in history, and he's fighting this same evil, and unfortunately he did not best the creature, and it felt the need to completely rip him the fuck apart.
Yes.
not just kill
him in 2.
Just completely fuck him up.
Look at his leg. My leg.
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting it before. He's an older man now, and he wasn't able to do it. And then, for whatever reason, he was back in time where he was a younger man, still trying to fight it, thinking somehow he bested it. But Oh no! It
Oh no!
it was basically ripping him apart.
Oh, but how terrifying is that this demon can go back in time to where you were a younger individual and kill you from time?
Right.
Like, it's almost like Freddy Krueger killing you in your dreams.
Right? It is.
Like,
It's got that sense of like you're not safe in any space time at all.
No, in any mortal realm, or not a mortal realm, just any multiverse. Like, God,
Yeah.
man, this was so.
This was like my favorite character. I was
I
really
know, he's
excited
so
to have this
cool.
Alan Quartermain just kind of like lead this kind of group and having to put up with fucking Conan and Solomon Kane.
Yeah.
Those two obviously fucking hate each other, which is awesome. So and then I was like, oh man,
This was such a bummer, because I even remember when we read the Savage Sword of Conan magazine, the El Borat storyline was our favorite one, at least one of them.
yes, it was my
It was
favorite.
so damn
for
good.
sure.
Yeah, but
Fuck. But he may not be. I don't know. Maybe he could come back. Maybe there's a space time thing.
and that's the thing. He may have an opportunity to, like, maybe we don't know yet, but to have that happen in the second issue of the series,
like right out of the gate, like they just did. Like we're just figuring out like what's going on, and it was like, all right,
and it was boom, gone.
Yep.
You don't. Yeah, it doesn't hit you until everyone else reacts to it, and they're like, "Oh, she's like, yeah, gone."
Definitely
gone.
she.
Definitely she. So yeah. All right. Well, Conan is like, or
No, you're muted.
Conan Battle
Muted,
of the
Josh.
Black
Josh is
Stone.
muted.
I was just making fun of Max for trying to save himself there. Like, oh yeah, he's like, she's like,
definite. Yep.
Definite recommend for the she spoiler.
You have to get your strongest character off the board, and killing Conan right there is
wow. Yeah,
it's in his name. You know, his name is in the title.
Yeah,
get him out of
there.
there.
You got to go after the biggest guy in the block, and it's like, you know what?
I mean, how else are we gonna get to Lady Conan?
Exactly.
Brissa will take over the mantle,
she shows
and then
up.
she'll be like, "I'm the best Conan out of all of the Conan."
Yeah.
This is
obviously
obvious. So, which is exactly why this book is a recommend.
100%.
100%.
Very cool.
Very cool. So, that is Conan Battle of the Blackstone. Josh, since it is your birthday, I'll let you choose the next one.
Birthday? Oh shit. Just pick something. I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh, okay.
What do we have?
You know what? Because it is your birthday and I'll give you a hard time, let's go over X-Men.
You can go over that. I sure as fuck didn't read that.
You didn't read that? Oh, come
no,
on.
I'm not gonna read that. Are you kidding me?
Okay, you read All In.
Go over X-Men. Like I'm not gonna read that. You're not gonna get me to read that. So
all right. Kyle, did you
read
read X-Men?
Storm.
I read Storm.
Okay.
I didn't read Storm. I read X-Men.
Well, let's knock out the X's real quick. Bada bing, bada boom.
I mean,
bada bing, bada
do you
boom.
read X-Men? I mean,
no.
You get these two fucking twinks going into somebody's mind, and it's just
this issue,
God,
man.
it was so stupid.
Is it worse than issue 2?
No.
Ooh,
but it's
I don't think it is. It's not. Issue 2 is
yeah.
pretty fucking bad.
Yeah,
issue 2 was horrendous.
I rage quit after issue 2. Like I was like, fuck this book, fuck Jed McKay.
Yeah.
Fuck
no, rightfully so. I mean, you have every right to think that for sure. So let me go ahead and pull it up on Oh no, what are you laughing at?
Joe Corrales comment.
Oh no, Joe. I hope you have friends to hang out with in person for next year.
There's always hope, Joe.
You know, yeah, we hope so too. We hope so as well, Joe. But
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Or you could have Joe come into your live stream and he could tell you all the people who died on your birthday, which is what Joe
Yeah.
like everyone's having a good time. We're all laughing, drinking. Joe comes in, he goes, "Hey Max, guess who died on July 9th, 1993?" And then I booted him, and then I brought him back in, and he goes, "Now I know why that guy killed himself on your birthday." Or whatever. I was like, "I'm gonna kick you off again."
Yep.
But that was pretty funny.
Classic.
Before we get into X-Men, I got to shout out Salty Traveling C for $2. Thank you, sir. He says, just got home. You guys talk Mark Spears Monsters 1. Oh, no, but I heard that was on fire this week, man. Kyle, did you see that cover that was going for like hot money? It was The Bride of Frankenstein, and that art is gorgeous. I'll see if I can bring it up.
I don't know. What? Nope.
Mark Spears. Oh, come on. You're one of these prospectors, man. I thought you would be.
I'm only a good one.
Hey, this one is fire. I
I'll
was
be the
like,
judge of that.
I kind of actually want this one. It was cover E. Oh, look. Oh, it's sold out.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's a shame.
Look at this bad boy.
All right.
Just zooming it. But I mean, this artwork is gorgeous, man.
What's this book going for? Mark Spears Monsters #1.
Cover E, Bridezilla.
All right, let's see here.
It's going for some good money, some hot money. Salty, did you get this book?
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. So
$65. Someone's asking for that right now.
yeah, 65. I thought it was going for like in the hundos, but
78.
Apparently the interior art is just as good, if not better. That was what I heard.
Huh?
So I don't know.
It's already a second print. Jesus.
All right. Sorry, we got a little derailed there. But Salty, thank you again, sir, for the gracious donation. We did not read the Monsters book, but it looks amazing. You'll have to let us know how you liked it, and if you got to pick it up from your LCS or not. But my man, this one is for you.
I bid you stand! Stand of the West!
Well, take a look at that. 4 different covers. If you got one of those covers, you're probably in a good spot because you can probably sell them for good money right now. But I know you probably want to keep them. I don't know. It's up to you.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say. Kyle speaks from experience.
Yes, you hold on to it till they hit rock fucking bottom.
Jamin says, have you guys read Hyde Street by chance? I did, and we will actually go over that one later. Did you, Kyle?
I tried to. That book is boring as fuck. All right.
Josh, did you read Hyde Street?
I did read Hyde Street. I can understand him saying it's boring as fuck. I liked it. I thought the back half was slower, but I wouldn't say it was boring.
Oh, it was
like
the beginning was awesome. Beginning was awesome, perfect, and then I was like,
once you get to X-Ray,
once
you get to the backstory,
nope. It's like I'm done. Thanks though.
I wasn't done. I'm still very much like I want to see what's I'm very much still part of the world. But okay.
Oh, me too.
Now this is real right here. This is being engaged.
This looks so fucking gay.
Oh my god. So I'll just scroll through here while I read my review. While I did not read the preceding issue, the events depicted in X-Men #5 did not leave a lasting impression. The dialogue, unfortunately, is a significant flaw because Jed MacKay struggles to differentiate the voices of the characters, resulting in a lack of individuality and depth. The conversations feel forced and unnatural, with characters seemingly speaking in isolation. Like, characters should have conversation with each other, and these characters don't. They just say things.
They're
It's very
talking to each
odd.
other. They just fucked, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I gotta go."
No, but she goes, "You don't have to go." Yes, I do. Why? And then she's like, "I told you why." And then he's like, "You don't have to go." She just told you why she has to go, you dumb idiot. Robot
That's how I
armed
talk.
dumb brain. But yeah, the conversations feel forced and with characters seemingly speaking in isolation rather than engaging in actual like meaningful exchanges. Quentin Quire, though. Oh boy.
Dude. Oh.
Quentin Quire in particular is the most irritating thing in this book. I mean, rightfully so. The attempt to elevate him, though, as a fan favorite seems totally misguided as his character fails to resonate with literally anyone. But you know that this whole issue is just for him.
Oh, 100%. From right here, from Jump Street.
Yeah, from like the second page, yeah. But the synopsis is essentially the X-Men embark on an investigation into the delayed manifestation of mutant powers because the guy in issue 2 who like he blew up his powers and everything. But yeah, following the events of issue 2, the X-Men embark on an investigation into this guy, and Psylocke and Quentin Quire are tasked with conducting what's called a psychic rescue to delve into the mind of a corrupted mutant. And during this perilous journey, they confront a formidable psychic force that unleashes their darkest fears. Despite their harrowing ordeal, Psylocke and Quentin emerge with newfound knowledge about the mastermind behind the mutant corruption. So it's kind of just a scapegoat of just being like, here's how they're doing this now, I guess. Like, here's how they were able to manifest the mutant powers. Josh, you seem like you're confused.
No, I was just going to ask, who's doing the art now that... What's his name left?
Stegman, right?
Now that the Stegosaurus is gone.
Yeah.
This isn't Stegosaurus?
No, but they're channeling kind of what he created, but this actually looks better than whatever the fuck he was doing.
And that was going to be my comment.
Really?
Like, the art in this is actually pretty okay. It's actually pretty decent. And it's completely wasted on this bullshit.
Well, I mean, who wants to... Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that panel.
Yeah.
I was like, very subtle here. Got it.
I was about to say, what are we trying to say here with this?
And then you have a hole
panel?
being open. It's like,
yeah, it's lots of what? Oh my God, my little.
I should at least get that on my birthday. Why not?
Right?
Yeah, this is. I don't know why you
Josh.
didn't read this, Josh. This was just for you.
No.
Like stuff like this, though. I was just like, what are we looking at here? What is this? Is this his mouth? Is this a hole in the ground? Are these maggots and bugs? And like, what is this? Who is this? I don't know. I didn't think the art was anything special this time around, but
Wow.
Also, let's at this point, what is the point of this book?
exactly.
Like, what's the plot for this arc? Because you had your first issue, which was like, we're in, what was it, Antarctica? We've got the police chief that looks like, she runs the local Waffle House. Like, you got all that shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second issue was like, adventure with something that happened but didn't really happen. It was just a mutant with powers. It's not really like all this other shit that was terribly written. And I still feel like we're just like, oh, here's a random story. Here's a random story, but none of it matters.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, good to know.
I'll try and be as good faith as possible. I think the story arc is that mutants are finding their mutant power later in life, so like in their 30s and 40s, as opposed to in their like infant years or their like
Teens.
teens. And the X-Men are trying to figure out why that is. And as they're doing that, they're fighting little bat monsters of the week here and there. But ultimately, I think the overarching theme or story is that they're trying to figure out how these people are gaining mutant powers. And they find out in this issue, it's extremely contrived, but basically someone is just like probing regular people with a mutant gene. So there you go.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. I can't wait to catch back up. I sure hope my LCS has back issues left.
Definitely want to pick this one up because
I'll be
this was your favorite part.
Tables in the
right,
back.
Kyle?
So yeah, you'll probably have quite a few.
Oh yeah. But I mean, this was my favorite part because Psylocke is having trouble in this psychic rescue. And Quentin Quire says, Psylocke, we're in our black bug rooms, whatever that means. And she says, I can't, I'm not strong enough I'm not a strong enough psychic to break out, Quentin. And guess what, Quentin? It's just set up and payoff. He goes, I know, but I am. So
I'm the best ever.
I'm the best. And she's like, I can't do it. You're the strongest one out of all of us. And he's like, I know.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, I'm strong enough, but if I power through, Ben dies. And Ben is the mutant that they're trying to save. So
yeah,
probe his mind to figure out how the X gene is manifesting in humans at any age now, or at a faster rate. It's like,
yeah,
okay,
wait,
sure.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I'm fine with Quentin being powerful, but I just hate that he's an actual hero. Like, 'cause that was when Grant Morrison introduced him, that was the whole point, that he had this like unnatural like strength in his abilities for his age, and he was just a pompous little prick that thought he knew better, and because he was like overzealous, that's what made him dangerous. I
just hate the constant, hey, because this issue really just serves as let's
constant
make Quire. It's a constant. Oh my God, Quentin's so much better than Psylocke. Don't you guys like Psylocke? Well, Quentin Quire's even better. And it's like, God, you're not going to win people over that way with readers.
We got to set it up first. We got to have Cyclops take shit from him, but we also have to have Cyclops talk about how Psylocke and Magic are the two most like badass women ever in the universe of everness.
Yep.
So
God, that
when
panel was so
Quentin
cringe.
ones up Psylocke, it's an oh my God, but it's not an oh my God.
It's like, whoa, he's even stronger. Whoa.
You're all better than me.
Yeah. So you want to hear the contrived reason for how they're making New Mutants?
Yeah. Just
they're called 3K. They're making New Mutants. They figured out how to force activate X genes in abducted flat scans.
Time out.
Time out.
They're called time out. They're called 3K.
Yep.
Let it sink in.
The 3Ks. Get it?
Oh my. How did I not pick that up?
That was the easiest one. I got that
serious?
one. I'm like, subtle. Along with the dick in the mouth and everything else you put in this issue. It's like, oh.
Wow.
Okay.
So Orcus, who's essentially just MAGA, because they all have the red hats and the red, and now 3K. Oh my God.
Yep.
Every X-Men book is gay. Every X-Men book is about any like minorities, gay rights, every liberal talking point ever.
Why are you going gay? I'm going more racism route, but okay.
Well, because Dazzler was super gay.
Well, Dazzler was super gay. But you went from the 3K. Are we sure? Are you sure you've connected the 3K? Are we sure?
Yeah, it was for crazy comics. For crazy comics condoms or something. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not baseball, I can tell you that. They're not a very good pitcher.
No. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. It's not getting any better, if you were wondering, Josh.
Nope. That's why I didn't read it.
Yeah.
You're like, we'll talk about X-Men. I'm like, you'll talk about X-Men.
Yeah, you can talk about it. Damn, again, we've got Salty Traveling Sea for $2 coming in hot. Thank you, sir. He says, money for Josh to get a lap dance from John Cena.
Oh.
Oh.
See him.
Yeah, I can't see him. So, I'll do Randy Orton instead. How about that?
Ooh, okay.
Even better.
That is pretty gay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Or you could be, what's her name? Grace Randolph. And you can talk about his package about the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. About Suicide Squad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Salty, thank you again, sir. This one is for you.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.
I'll make sure to promptly Venmo Josh the $1.30, which is what he will get after YouTube takes his cut. So
well worth it.
But then you also have to factor in California taxes, so that's 40% of the $1.30. So yeah, we're looking at maybe like 70 cents. Josh, is that okay?
Well, I was hoping it'd at least be $1. Like I can at least stick $1 in someone's pants. So
you know what? That's fine. I'll give you the $1. Oh my gosh, everyone's trying to get you a lap dance because Cajun Corey's in the house giving you money. Now this is good money.
Going up on
Nick
Tuesday.
Money for Josh to get a lap dance from the man himself, Nick Bosa. You just like made Josh's night.
I would pass the fuck out. Okay, first of all, I'm already awkward. I am awkward as fuck in situations like that. Like, yeah. So, like lap dances in general. It doesn't matter if it's a guy, a girl. Like, yeah, I'm just like
doing one of these. Yeah,
playing dead.
Oh, there's touching. There's touching. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh god.
What can I do?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. What do I do with my hands?
I don't know you, and you're touching me.
Well, Cajun, thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate the $2. Like I said, I will promptly give Josh the $1 that he so rightfully deserves for his birthday.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
All right. Kyle, I'll let you pick this the next one. Did you have one that you wanted to talk about?
Let's talk about.
I was gonna say, should we stay on the X topic?
Yeah. You guys talk about. I didn't read Storm, so
Storm?
You guys talk about Storm.
Storm. Max, I'm curious to hear your thoughts because I have thoughts.
Oh,
pretty deep, intense, like thoughts, or
no,
like thoughts that are very. That will be divisive, or thoughts
like
that are
tempest.
Listen, I will say that I finished the issue and then closed it, and my immediate thoughts were, I mean, it wasn't as bad as half the X-Men shit that came out, and I'm not even sure it's bad, but I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like it was all over the place. So but the only thing I can say is like they start trying to go with different things. Whoever the writer is, I can't say their name. Oyo Deli.
Wait, let's see here because
that's
I'm
more Indian. That's not my sandwich.
Are you talking about? I almost did like the click clack noises, and I would have been canceled so hard. No. No, let's wait. I can't read her name.
All right.
Can you try? Marewa Ayodele?
Oh, you better be careful with that. You say that name 3 times. I don't know what.
I feel like I'm conjuring like a witch doctor or something.
Yeah.
Morewa?
Ayodele. Morewa Ayodele.
You got to put that in the chat GPT to figure out how to say it. Oof.
ChatGPT would be like, "This is culturally insensitive. You should not say that name."
I'm not allowed to say this name.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like
Say
it.
it. No, Josh, you could say the name. I don't know. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're on the same page. Then.
I was just gonna try to say like Japanese guy instead.
That's not racist. You can do that.
No, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, I could see this person from the way they like structure their sentences. It could be a competent writer, but it's stupid. Like this book is stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It didn't make me. It doesn't make me mad. I'm not like rage quitting it, but I'm not gonna keep reading it. So, like this panel, this page, the lead up to it, like they're like, go back up, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've got like, oh, who is Aurora? And they've got she was the I can't read it because you went up too far.
Oh,
there we go.
She has been
the Queen of Wakanda, the Regent of Araco, an X-Men, an Avenger. And then you scroll down and they keep talking, a weather witch. But this morning, live from the city of Atlanta, Georgia, she dons the unmistakable regalia and title of the hero known as Storm. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's fucking Storm, of course. Like,
she's always been Storm.
Good
it's
one, guys.
Weird because it almost sets it up like she's gonna be like a senator or something, and then it's like she's opening a sanctuary. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
So,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Josh. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm with you like 100%. So I closed the book and I was just kind of like, I don't really know how. Like it was so like the story was so mid, but then there were some parts where I was like, what? Like, that's a really dumb decision. But then
I can
there were
understand
other parts,
the moments, but I don't know how we got from point A to point B.
how they happen. But then I'm also thinking like, so she has a like. So Gabe wrote a review of this, and I also surprisingly sus Gabe. I actually agree with a lot of the points that sus Gabe made, and I'll read some of those here in a second. But the one thing that I will say that I honestly think this probably does better than any other X book is this art is gorgeous.
Yeah, art's fantastic.
The art is beautiful.
The art probably saves most of the book.
It really did. Like if this had garbage art, I probably wouldn't be as like, I don't know, gracious with this, but like the art really saves a lot of the bad writing. But yeah, just so she's got a flying zoo fortress. Yeah. I kid you not. She's got a flying zoo fortress that is looming over Atlanta, Georgia. And she seems to be, there's like royalty and like regal prowess, but then there's like a looming, like smug, arrogant presence about her. And she's never been that. But this book makes her feel that way. Like, Josh, did you get that sense of like, I'm better than all of you type of
little bit
feeling? I don't know. But yeah, the art does a lot of the heavy lifting in this book.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that she comes off as being better than everyone, but the story tries to make it out that she is better than everyone.
Yes. Yeah. So I guess the writer is more so doing it, but
and this whole bit was confusing as fuck.
Like,
what is that?
Yeah, that's what's her name from X Factor.
Yeah, him.
Scroll back up. I think they say the
Zer?
name.
Is it a Zimzer?
Frenzy.
Oh, Frenzy.
Yeah. Wow.
So it is a Zim.
Yeah.
Is she a bartender at some fucking speakeasy?
It looks like it.
Apparently, the suspender's doing all the work.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they've got this what is it? Like it's a sound wave or something like that. That's
it's like a shock wave. But it's presented at first almost like it's been a storm, like a storm has come through, but then there's a shock wave and it keeps sending these blasts. And then like you get hit with like 8 different blasts before they're finally like, oh, we have to stop what's causing these shockwaves.
Yeah.
I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
shit.
Like,
Yeah, they're not going to the source, which granted, they're saving people on the ground, but
Yeah.
like that should have been superhero numero uno is like you get someone to save and someone to stop the attack. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
kind of superhero logic.
but that's not what they do. It's like a shockwave, and they're like, "Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, we got to save these people," and they save them. And then it's like another shockwave, and they're like, "Oh, we have
They
to
keep
save
getting
these
hit
people."
by him. They're just like,
And it's
"Oh."
like literally like 7 or 8 shockwaves in that finally Storm's like, "We have to stop this. We can't just keep saving people." I'm like,
Yeah.
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 Are you sure you led the X-Men? Are you the same Storm that led the X-Men in the 80s and 90s? Like,
Yeah.
are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Like she doesn't like the writer doesn't really know how to write Storm well. Like she doesn't have her voice or her presence or her leadership. But like I'll say, like if this were a movie, this would be edited so oddly.
You know
Like,
what I'm just
'cause
gonna
I
say?
think
Now that we're talking about this book, it fucking sucks. And the only reason I gave it a pass was because I was eating a burger while doing this, and I was like, you know what?
that seems pretty good.
I'm not mad.
No, I will give it one thing because at the end of the book, they actually do something that I was pretty surprised by, and I'll give it credit for that. And we'll see that in just a second. But first, we got to say
Is she wearing a nightgown? It looks like she got out of bed.
the
and
clothes
was
of her
like,
people. Kyle.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I gotta
wearing-
put this robe on. Oh fuck! All right, I gotta. Okay.
Potentially. Oh no! No! Demonetized. Who knew that Josh was going to get us demonetized tonight?
See, you always blame me for everything,
Yeah.
even when I'm not here, and
Kyle brings out the best in me.
It's
Mhm.
true. Yeah.
I generally do.
Yeah. But then Caesar Zim tries to save an Orcus guy, but she's like, "Oh, I can't save him." But Storm ends up saying, "Hey, listen, we're gonna save everyone. It doesn't matter." But the
Wait, Go back up. Go back up. Please.
here
All right. So
dog.
So it shows them only. Okay, she hugs a black person.
I know what you're thinking, that they
Okay.
only saved the black.
Well, generally really care about the black people. You really don't
Maybe.
give so much of a fuck about the few white people in Atlanta, Georgia, but that's all right.
That would have been really funny though if it were just all. That's at first I was like, wait, is it? And then I was like, oh no, they saved a little old white lady.
Yeah, they save old Gam, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
By the
non-threatening.
way, they still haven't made the connection that they should probably stop the source of these shockwaves.
Correct. We're still a
So-
few pages in now, and they're finally getting to it.
Pussy
Josh,
nerd.
what is the source of this shockwave, by the way?
It's a way little kid.
It's
Oh,
oh
no.
gosh. See, this art is awesome, man. Why do you have to be on this book?
Yeah, let your hair down, girl. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she has her
Oh,
own
God.
shockwave.
Thunderclap.
Oh,
Ha!
love this face and the hair and everything.
Mhm.
That looks good.
Oh yeah, let's try it again.
Oh, it's a wee baby. It's just a wee lad.
I can't stop
And,
myself. All right.
I'm sorry, I can't stop myself. And he's like,
Now,
look
I
at all
will
these
say-
dead bodies around him. too.
Yeah, there's
There's some
Um,
carnage.
yeah. So this is part of it where I liked. I like this. I even like that he says, "Please, Storm, kill me." Like
Yeah, this was good.
I was like, all right, all right.
Because what do you do if you're Storm, right?
But
Kill him.
didn't they imply that there's like radiation, and she's just
Yeah,
grabbing a door?
She does now have radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
That we see later.
Yeah, she goes pukey puke. Blech.
Oh.
But it's like, oh, I saved him with empathy. It's like, oh, okay, like we could have done something better here, like maybe talk him down, I don't know, something. But just like, oh, just empathy saved the day. I'm like,
What?
eh.
Well, I think this is the reporter from the beginning still talking about it,
Oh,
right?
maybe.
Or Chuck, or what's the they them's name?
Oh,
What's the they them
Zimmer.
that did the thunderclap with their mangina?
Fury? No, Fury Frenzy.
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 It's either Frenzy or the news reporter, one of the two that's telling the story.
Or both of them as they're scissoring. They're talking to each other.
There you go. Scissor me timbers. There's Now, this is where I give credit to the book. Not only is the art really good,
Not
but
here.
this
It's
was actually
not.
kinda interesting.
Fucking Iron Man looks like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Iron Man looks bad.
But he basically poses this question, which is where to go? The if the mutant child will be hated if people find out what really happened. The mutants will be seen as terrorists again. The hatred and the fear will spread to every innocent mutant in the nation. Blah blah.
Good.
Or stay silent and let mutants have the win, or tell the truth to defend the honor of the deceased. So Storm has this kind of not Sophie's choice, but the two decisions of, do I not say anything and the people of Earth blame it on like global warming or whatever it is, or does she actually tell the truth and say that it is a mutant, so that she could defend the honor of the deceased, like the people who actually died? She actually ends up telling the truth, which I did not see. I thought she was for sure going to be for like mutant rights, right? And just lie. But she actually tells the people that it was in fact a mutant that caused all those deaths. So
because you have to, because there were survivors in the area who probably saw it.
And that's why I was like, I would hope that she would tell the truth. Like she is a moral person, but
there's no question there about that. Like, why do you even have to question that?
Because the morality of the X-Men as of late, as you know, has been very shoddy.
Agreed.
So, but yeah, Josh, any final thoughts on this one? Like, did you find that interesting at all, or were you just kind of like,
no? I agree with you, but it's why I said there are parts of this that I'm like, oh, there's a competent writer here, and parts where I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, where did this come from? So, I don't know. We'll see. I think a lot of times when people try to, Storm is a beloved character, and I think she's a great character. But anytime they try to do a solo book with her, it never works because they don't know what to do with her on her own. Like, no one's figured that out yet. And I think you could actually write an awesome book, but you have to get someone that comes in and understands Marvel lore outside of just the X-Men, and you have to give it a purpose for her to be alone. And I don't think they've ever accomplished that.
I think Joe could write a good Storm. He's always wanted to do Wonder Woman. So I could see him doing Storm.
Yeah, sure.
I did end up reading this back part.
Why do you do that?
Hey, why did you watch Agatha? So
because it's good.
That's true. Nothing really here that's like cringy or like, oh my god, what? But she does do this kind of weird thing. She's talking about, it's going to be a wild ride, full of excitement. I'm really, stoked to do this. And then she just puts blood, money, racism. And then she goes, sorry for the random words. I'm just trying to get the attention of folks who usually skip the letters page.
You can still put that in there. No one's still going to read it.
I'm like, why?
All right.
Why?
I mean, I'm seeing that and I'm like, yeah, that's why I didn't read this. But, okay, sure.
There you go. Yeah.
And have Storm fans always called themselves Stormcasters, or is she just trying to start something?
She's probably just trying to start, because if she has to say Storm fans,
that's just never gonna work.
Fetch.
Yes,
boo, you whore.
By the way,
Stormcasters, fuck off.
Ooh, that could be a good soundbite. Boo, you whore. I need that one.
Yeah.
Or maybe she doesn't even go here.
Yeah, she doesn't even go here.
All right, who's up next? So Josh, you chose Storm, right?
Well, I just said let's stick with the X
with the X
topic.
titles. Yeah, that's fair. So then maybe we could try to maybe let's do Hyde Street.
Okay,
let's get it out of the way.
Get it out. Well, then, all right, Mr. Hater.
Negative.
Wow, 99. So 149 out of 150 people liked it. You're the one, Kyle. The 149 out of 150. You're the one that didn't like it.
That has standards. I know.
Ooh, all right. So tell me why Ivan Race's art isn't just beautiful.
I never said anything about Ivan Reis's art not being beautiful. Ivan
You said you
Reis,
didn't like the book, so
the writing,
Oh,
the boring
okay.
ass fucking
Yeah.
writing, and the long ass goddamn dialogue that just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. But no, the art saves this book. It's what kept me just, all right, I'm gonna keep going, just keep going. I'm not gonna read it, but I'm just gonna keep going and going and feel like, oh, okay, got to the end. I love the beginning of this book.
Yeah.
Fantastic cold open here. Like, this is what you need to start this book. It's absolutely perfect. I had such a great time with this. You get this Boy Scout who's helping an old woman cross the street because all this construction, and you just
His name
notice
is
like,
Frankie.
yeah, you just notice little bits of dialogue, little things that are kind of tipping you off that like something's off here, something's not right here. And
Because
then
even the old woman's like, this isn't the right way I normally
Yeah.
go to my house. Yeah.
yeah, like, this isn't right. Like, why?
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, and he's like, no, shut the fuck up, you old bitch, and listen to me. Let's go.
She's like, I'm trying to get my badge. You see, like I'm trying to, help you
Yeah.
across the street.
Yeah, he starts asking all these weird questions, and then we get the demonic voice.
Ooh, and the eyes glazed over. Yeah.
Just creepy.
And
Yeah, what
then
happens
his
to the old woman?
groceries turn to cyanide. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like, damn, what the fuck?
But yeah, we
But
find out.
but we find out why this happened to this older woman, and it's like, oh, so this is kind of like a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
be careful. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe not so divish, like a devilishly evil kid just killing innocent people. It's like, okay, they're not innocent. So
Which
insult to injury here. It's like, god damn.
I like the choice of him making this first victim that we see, an old grandma, because in your mind you go innocent, this innocent old woman who couldn't hurt a fly. That's exactly why we get the outcome that we find out that she poisoned her husband and her daughter. And
right, it's like, oh fuck, okay, so they're
you're like, oh my god, so
pretty fucked up.
I like the Scout's honor. But yeah, and then rolls her over with the freaking gosh
like,
dang.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Because at first I'm thinking like this will be like Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah.
Which it is. It's very like
100% Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this art, dude, is
I love
so
this page.
good. And then when he gets his little pin, when the pin shows up,
Yeah. It's like, oh,
and it's got a little steamroller on there.
yeah. It's deliveries. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's right. And he's got thousands of them.
Yeah, that's his body count.
Yeah. This is the very like Twilight Zone aspect of it, where it's like
Rod Serling's voice. I read this aloud in Rod Serling's voice.
Yes.
Yep.
I was smoking a cigarette like Rod Serling. Yep. As I was reading this. There's a street just around the corner, both familiar and unknown. A street branching off every small town, square, and cutting through every big city avenue. It's very, very Twilight Zone.
100%.
And then
I'm still hooked.
You're still hooked? Okay.
Still kind of there. It's like, okay, this is interesting here. Like you're building out the lore, building out the universe here, and these two characters know each other, and they clearly are aware of what they kind of do and what their kind of goals are. Like they're fighting over souls and stuff. It's like, okay, cool.
And there are rules.
Yes.
There are rules that we don't fully grasp yet. But you send these souls to damnation, and that they can technically be saved, I think, at some point. Because he says, death isn't the goal, damnation is.
Mm-hmm.
If the woman had asked for forgiveness, she'd had slipped right through your fingers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So that could come up later.
It's like, okay.
And then we have the scorekeeper, who's kind of like the grandmaster of this whole thing. And even Mr. X-Ray says there are rules on Hyde Street, Pranky. So now I know this is probably, Kyle, right around when you got a little bit like, it's getting a little boring. But I did like the fact that they were playing to all the Silver Age comic book ads. I don't know if you guys got that or not, but like this is total Silver Age comic book ads, like the X-ray vision, the seahorse, little sea creature things. But yeah, they're not con men, but they're advertisers, right?
Right, it's madmen. Yeah, they're madmen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And here, it's like when it kind of got to this point, I'm like, all right, let's go. I was like, let's go.
I don't mind. I didn't mind this because we're getting to see who he is before he gets into this like purgatory type place. Before, So I feel like this is going to come back to pay off at some point for some way, or at least just kind of help show the scope of change that he's had or has or whatever might happen.
Oh, 100. Knowing Jeff Johns, I am sure that he has thought this shit out, and there is some giant ass whiteboard that has all of this stuff on it. He's got the
dinosaurs, Charlie and diversity, and
yes, exactly.
Pepe Sylvia. So I mean, God, this art is so amazing,
so good.
Like
this is the best Ivan Rice's. Yeah, this is the best Ivan Rice's art has been in a long time.
Oh,
and
really?
I'll remind you that he did the art for that Batman the Tower arc.
Oh yeah,
which looked like shit.
I remember him doing a Superman. Oh, was the Superman one the Oh no! Now I'm blanking on his name. Bendis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
You didn't like the Ivan Reis Superman art?
I mean, no. His art's always been solid, but it didn't look like he cared as much, which I don't think he did. And it looks like he cares here. Plus, he's stylized his art a little bit here. Like this doesn't.
Yeah.
If you put this in front of people, I don't know if they'd connect that it's Ivan Rice. Like,
no, it's got Mike Perkins, and it's very interesting what he's doing here in the different shots. So, yeah, I see Mike Perkins a lot.
It's got an atmosphere to it. Like the whole book just feels kind of eerie and creepy, which I liked a lot. Like I feel like that's Ivan really getting into this whole thing. But I don't know. Do you feel like he's doing the best work of his career because he's at a place that is most likely paying him really well and is giving him deadlines that he can probably meet?
Well, that's what I was gonna say too. Like it seems like they're definitely like focused on the art. And we're saying like, hey, how long do you need to do this? Cool, let's get started. I mean, Jeff Johns has fucking money out the butt. So I'm sure he's able to pay these guys and say, like, take your time, let's do quality.
Yeah, man, his facial expressions here, they're just like killer. But I really actually liked the last portion of this, which is where we get all the different what they're called. So the people that live on Hyde Street are called residents, and all these different residents come up on a scoreboard. Oh, this art here of his like face, and it's zooming in on the X-ray. Whew. Look at that. That's beautiful. My only issue with it is it like time jumps and universe jump. Like you're kind of going from like here and then you go there and then you're back to here again. which kind of adds to the chaos. I think you should feel a little unsettled by the book just because of the nature of where we're at. But it was kind of like, oh, we're at a treehouse now? Like, how did that, where are we, Dad? How did that get? But, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was about, 10, 12 pages too long. You could probably cut out a bunch of, tighten up the story and make it a little more interesting and make it flow, go a little bit quicker, kind of get to the the meat of the story a little quicker. But the art, anyone can say that this art isn't good is fucking stupid. So this art is fantastic. And I'm going to read issue 2. Hopefully it's a little better, but I'm not going to stop reading it yet. So
this issue actually made me want to read more. Like now, Kyle, I think if they took, this was a 32-page book. If they took 10 pages out and made it a 22-pager, just like a regular single issue.
There we go.
I think you would have probably gotten to the end of this page and been like, I got to read issue 2.
Yeah.
Like I have a feeling.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And that's
because there's
kind
so
of the
many
problem with Jeff
questions.
Johns. That's kind of the problem with him, where it's like you just go on just a little too long here. And, because there's a lot of dialogue in this. A lot of dialogue bubble. It's just like, oh, fuck, dude. All right. But I don't know.
Yeah, I like
Josh,
it.
you were saying you like, go ahead.
Yeah, no, because even when there was a lot of dialogue, there was just phrasings, like the things the characters would say were still unsettled at times. That you're just like, all right, I don't feel okay with this. But even when it wasn't an obvious thing, like even just natural conversations, there'd be like a sentence kind of in there that was like, okay, that was a weird way of saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pranky, whatever his name is, like, I want to see more of him.
Oh yeah,
because he's terrifying.
He'll probably be a fan favorite for sure. Especially because look at this tally. Pranky's got 18K on the board right now. He's the top leader by 10K.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Lady Lost Eyes is gonna look like.
Ooh. So we've got Nanny Nursery, the Matinee Monster. He's got nothing. The Colonist. Okay. Unknown. Pranky, the Demon Within, Mr. X-Ray, Lady Lost Eyes, Raquel Vane, the Butcher of Hyde Street, Miss Goodbody, the Chain, Dr. Ego. I liked his little brief appearance. Sisterhood. Is that like Whoopi Goldberg?
Could be.
Wasn't she in that movie called
Back in the Habit? Yeah. That's Sister Act, but yes.
Sister Act, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah.
Close.
Greenblood, Circus Clown, all one word. And my favorite, Gen Z. Like Jenz, Gen Z. So
cute.
So we do think, Miss Goodbody is like a hot chick that's seducing people, and
turns out it's like a fucking fat slob.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Oh.
I was just gonna say like seducing people and then murdering them. Just even on that alone,
that'd be cool. But see, that's why I love seeing this board, because I'm like, dude, if they did there's one issue on each one of these residents, right? And you just got like a single issue of each one that showcased like what their abilities were, or how they lured people in.
Well,
like you said, Josh, Miss Goodbody would,
There's more though, because you've got other counts on the other side of the board.
Yeah, that's true. So
even
hell yeah. I mean, if they have Ivan Rice, if Jeff Johns has the creative, like, I don't know, mindset to write all of these different characters, like if he has a thought for each one of these to be laid out, I think this could be really fun and, really well done. But
yep.
I agree. Now, Kyle, would you give it a recommend though?
Wait, what's the price on this piece of shit? What are we looking at?
This
$3.99.
Yeah.
$3.99.
$3.99 for a 32-page book.
Yep. with that art.
That's I'd be hard pressed to not recommend that, even though it is boring as fuck.
Oof.
Yeah,
bad takes.
I would say it's a recommend.
And you get the nice cardstock cover with that $3.99.
Oh,
Yeah.
Instead of the chintzy DC Marvel.
Marvel
Single
literally
ply.
uses toilet paper, like single ply, can't spare a square toilet paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks great, man. 32 pages, $3.99 cardstock cover.
What were
for
the
this
other?
bad
What were their
layer.
other covers for this?
Mike Diodato Jr. 1 in 50.
That's
All
pretty
right.
creepy. Okay, 1
Yeah,
in
that's pretty
50.
good.
Okay.
Gary Frank. That one's pretty good. I like these things in the back.
Okay.
I like these things in the back. Their heads.
Ooh, 1 in 25. Kelly Jones. Not my favorite,
Wow.
but I like his
Oh,
Dracula better. But yeah,
that looks not good.
yeah, it doesn't
Looks
look
like
like Kelly
melting.
Jones. It says Kelly Jones and Brad Anderson.
Brad
paying
Anderson's
enough?
just colors.
Yeah, I only paid him enough.
Ooh, here we go. Homage to Blackest Night.
Oh yeah.
Hyde Street, Blackest Night. This looks sick. This is 1 in 1,000.
That's a 1 in 1. They have a 1 in 1,000. Fuck. Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Absolute Batman made 200,000 copies, so obviously they're gonna be selling like thousands of these bad boys.
Well, I wonder if there's any on it. The Bay
It's
of
kind
E.
of cool. The Bay of E. Of the 1 in 1,000, you want one of those?
Maybe.
All right.
Let's see.
All right. I think we've probably got room for one more. You guys want to do Nemesis?
One more.
Dude, we got to talk about.
Oh, actually,
we got to talk about All In. We got to talk about.
That's right. Yeah, Josh
Nemesis.
read All In. I didn't actually read All In, but Josh, do you want to talk about that one since you read it?
Sure. Kyle, did you read it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm interested to
I
hear
was
what you
all
guys
in,
think.
baby.
Were you really all in?
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, I always go all in.
Oh, okay. Well,
all the way.
Yep.
All 3 inches.
All 3 inches. Ask my wife.
I heard MG says I heard Marvel offices wipe their asses with original art because double ply is too expensive.
That's a lie. They'd actually have to have artists drawing stuff on, paper for that to happen.
That's true.
Yeah, not 3D assets.
Yeah.
Nemesis and Fury, $6? Get Fury, $6. Oh wow, MG says Get Fury number 6 was bad. I didn't get to read that this week.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet either.
Damn.
I mean, it was kind of falling off anyways. I just kind of felt like I was already this far. I might as well keep reading. But
Jack Frost, where you at, brother? Jack Frost, he's been he's been vehemently defending the Fury book. So I don't know.
That is true.
Give us your take on All In, please.
So look, there was a moment of reading this. So it's the book is laid out in a way that you've got a front and back. Why are you? Oh, I was about to say, what are we doing?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just pulling up the book.
So you've got your front where you start, but then your back. If you look, your back is actually it's another book. It's just turned upside down. So you can read from the front, you can read from the back, and then you meet in the middle. I started with the Justice League main DC continuity side, not the absolute side, because fuck absolute. And I started off with very positive thoughts because it almost had I have a lot of thoughts. There are aspects of this that I kind of enjoyed because it somewhat reminded me of Rebirth and kind of like, hey, we're going to pull this together. There's almost a sense of like, we're going to try to fix things and, you know, kind of make things right a little bit without ever actually saying it. And this idea of the Justice League, and you need the Justice League, but instead of just pulling a team, we're going to have all these people that are technically members of the Justice League. So if there's a Justice League story, you don't really know who's going to be there because we've got so many, like you could just, there's a spectrum of like heroes we can pull. And I love the idea of that. I've mentioned before that I think that's what the Justice League should be, and it's going to help keep it fresh and, you know, all that jazz. But then you have Snyder directly going right into what was his Perpetua storyline from his Justice League, and also referencing Dark Knight's Death Metal. And for me, those are two big thumbs down.
No.
Like I'm like, oh fuck, just this should have stayed in the past. Don't bring it here. But you get everyone coming to this new what is the, I'm tired, I can't think of what the
new
Watchtower.
Tower. Yeah,
the Watchtower. So they have all these new members coming here, and the moment it's like, welcome, you have this huge explosion. Darkseid appears, but it's not just Darkseid, it's Darkseid merged with Spectre. And I was like,
there he is.
Yeah. I was like,
Finally.
the fuck?
Whoa.
What? Which, okay, sure. If you put it on paper or throw it out there, like, yo, what if Darkseid found a way to merge with the Spectre so he had his power? You're like, yo, that's fucking badass and terrible. But then you take half a second to think about it, and you're like, yo, this wouldn't happen. Spectre would just like fucking obliterate him.
Yep.
I was about to say, Spectre would not allow this to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, they kind of play with here because the whole thing is like Darkseid, this Dark Spectre side is not fully in control because Spectre is fighting him. So they're not fully merging, and they're fighting, and it's causing all this temporal shit and whatever. It's Scott Snyder trying to be Grant Morrison. And it's because they're not merging that, like, you know, the heroes kind of get a quick victory and they beat Darkseid, and it happens in literally like 4 pages. So,
really?
Yeah. But then they're left with a rift in this universe. They got to figure out what it is. But the other really concerning thing here is like the main focus is Booster Gold. And if you remember the last time Booster Gold was the main focus, it was Tom King's Heroes and fucking Crisis.
Oh no.
So I'm already getting like red flags. And even though this isn't bad, it's not good. It's just fine. It's fine. Did it make me more excited? No. But yeah, this is him going through, and you've got this whole Darkseid universe that's the absolute universe, and then you get to the absolute.
God.
Yeah, this is the end. Yeah, and then you go to this. You go to the flip. You flip the book and start over to get to that same ending.
But, gross. This is gross.
Yeah, you've got the arc gets pretty fucking bad too.
Yes, it does.
I hated the start.
Takes a turn.
Oh no! Well, especially when you're getting like, hold on, when you're getting like this looks incredible.
Yes, Sampere's art, however you say his name.
Yeah,
it looks fucking great.
This looks so good. Especially like this looks great. And I was always afraid that Sampere couldn't do action because in Wonder Woman it's static. There's no kinetic energy on any of the panels.
Yeah,
but this looks really dynamic. Like that looks great, man. He's really doing his like good work here.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking
Dominic
he's probably
Dominic was talking about that Darkseid design, and that McFarlane's going to do a figure. I don't mind the design. I just hate the idea of he's like controlling Spectre, which I think is bullshit.
Like you said, in theory. In theory, oh, that's so cool. It's like 2 kids playing with their 2 action figures. But then on paper, once you put it into the comic book, you're like, the ramifications for this and like how this happened, that's kind of dumb. But
yeah. But you essentially for the back half, the other half of the story, you've got the story of how Darkseid gets the Spectre. It's almost like a story on Apocalypse and Darkseid's being Darkseid, and okay, but then it gets kind of weird and confusing because he's jumping into different realms. Like he goes into hell, then he goes to heaven, and he goes to like this other realm. Like I don't know. I wasn't following it, and Kyle helped me, but they keep referencing this like Uaxis character that I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand. Am I missing something here? Was there another tie-in that I didn't read?
Same. I was like, I feel like I missed something, and I flipped back a few pages and couldn't figure it out and said, fuck it, I don't care.
Exactly. I just kept pushing through.
It's all of this is here to pretty much just introduce this absolute universe. Whoops. Yep. Dropping shit. Hold on, because I want to read where they're talking about this world.
While you're reading that, I'm going to say hi to our main man, Zaxx. What's happening, dude? Hope you're having a great time in Viva Las Vegas. Have a good night, man. Thank you for being here.
So there's a point where Darkseid is talking about Earth and life, and he's talking about like how Earth, the lines are bound by no relationships to Earth, to the Kryptonian, to anything. So he's been separated, right? So like our Darkseid doesn't exist anymore. Darkseid is, as far as like a sentient being, he's just like a omnipotent type force at this point. It's really weird. I don't know. Again, Scott Snyder trying to be Grant Morrison. But he's talking about how he has no ties to anything anymore. No Earth, no Kryptonian, nothing. And then he's like, if that world is driven by life, by hope, then this one, referring to the absolute world, would be driven by challenge, by turmoil. A world where heroes are born facing greater odds. Instead of being raised in paradise, they're raised in hell. Yeah. And I'm like,
yes. Fuck yes. No. Let's go, baby.
This is so Scott Snyder, edgelord.
Edgelord, goth, emo kid.
Man. Fucking
he's shopping at Hot Topic in 8th grade, bro.
But it gets worse. Because then they go to a page of Batman.
Oh no.
And the lines are where all their advantages are gone.
Yes.
Clearly meaning money.
Oh no.
Yes. Where they are the small chaos rather than the system itself. That got my dick hard.
I'm all torqued up over here.
From 6 to midnight. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the Superman page, and it says a world where hope is the underdog. Where it is the villain, the opposing force. So hope is the villain. Hope is the villain. This is what you should get ready, folks. Hope is the villain. And where we'll all have to burn brighter than ever before to survive it all.
Fuck.
Dun dun dun. Fuck off.
Oh my god.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Kyle's all in, baby.
Man.
No, not quite.
All in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well,
oh yeah, here's where you're getting the
Yeah.
It
just sounds like he's trying to be. Just sounds like you said, he's trying to be edgy, edgelord, Redditor, Twitter persona, and it sounds like a lot of subversion. Like it just sounds like, what if we took the best character traits about the character and just not give that to them?
Like, so you're not the characters anymore then? Is that what
gotcha.
No, they still are, but they're not, though.
Yeah.
By the way,
what's Superman without hope? But sorry, go ahead.
If you ever want to know how art can make or break a story, go down a little bit, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Go down, keep going. These booster gold pages. Go back up. Yep. So these booster gold pages, it's the exact same dialogue as the booster gold pages before you get to that 2-page spread of all the characters from Saint Pierre.
Oh, yikes.
It is literally the exact same dialogue. With the same action, just, I guess transposed by 2 different artists.
Interesting. That's a choice.
Yeah, this art is shit.
Yeah, this art is really bad. I do not like this at all.
But hey, it's a key.
No. Oh, What's the first Darkseid Spectre?
And first absolute Batman, and first absolute Superman.
Oh my
and first
God.
And absolute Wonder Woman on her demon horse.
Hell
How much is this selling for on the E of Bay or the Bay of E, Kyle?
It better be going for hundreds.
Go back down, Max.
Yes.
Go back down.
Mhm.
We just need to look at those booster
Oh, the
pages. again.
same.
Yep,
Yeah.
keep going. These.
Yeah. God,
Vastly.
this looks so good.
Yeah.
Samperi's stuff just absolutely blows the other stuff out of the water, man. It's like, how can you even compete with someone who looks like when their art looks like this, man? It's like, gosh.
You don't. That's why you turn in the art that's there right now. Like, I can't compete with this shit, so I'm just gonna put up a bunch of garbage.
It's just gonna get. Oh
Yep.
no, here it is. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the exact. Yeah, these are the pages. Wow, damn. See this first part. I'm all about this. Like, I could get
Yeah.
on board with this.
I mean, aside from the few red flags of Snyder trying to bring back his shit back in, yeah, I'm on board. But
Well, it's the same thing with Hickman, man. They can't let go of Krakoa, and they can't let go of Dark Knight's Metal. It's just, yeah.
yeah, but
too
it's
good.
been like it's also been like 4 years since anyone's touched, if not more, the Perpetua thing.
Yeah. Kyle, did you say because it's just so good?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
You
course.
can't. It's when you hit perfection, it's like, well, what else are we gonna do now?
Yeah. Zach says these riders should be forced to take public transportation for a month. Oof.
Oh, they wouldn't make it.
They couldn't do it, dude. They couldn't do it. I will tell you, I had to sit on that bus next to the man jerking off.
Mm-hmm.
Chris says, I forgot to say that the Incredible Hulk 6, 7, and 8 the other day. Oh man, I fell off Hulk after like issue 2. But the Nick Klein art is good. That's cool. Nice, man.
Great.
Did either of you guys, Kyle and Josh, are you guys reading the Hulk at all or no?
No.
I passed off of that. That's the recent one, right? When he was last I saw, he was in Nolans for some stupid fucking reason.
Nolans. And the girl was becoming the protege.
Correct.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Kyle Hotz was really good. That Lobo issue, my dude.
Yeah.
Did that not get you rock solid bricked up for that Lobo issue? That was dope.
That was awesome.
Yeah. But
I was a fan of that art.
the art was perfect. But
Mhm.
what did you think about the little meep thing on his shoulder that he called my dick?
Yeah, I didn't like that part, but
Oh, you didn't?
I knew
thought
you
it
were
was
gonna be like,
hilarious.
no, it's not
I
funny.
know you're either gonna love it or hate it. That's fine. And I get that's Lobo. I get it. That's in a
Yeah.
Lobo book. But all right, that's fine.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
Because he goes into the bar and he goes, I don't want my dick to get hurt during this fight.
Mhm.
And then he gives it to the guy and he goes, you hold my dick with 2 hands.
Mhm.
And you're like, nah.
You got it.
No.
It's like I got it.
And you're like, yep, it was funny the first time he said it,
Yep.
not like the
Mhm.
18th time.
Yep.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your review of All In. I didn't get a chance to read this, but now, like, you know what? I'm at least interested in this team.
You can tell they're interested too by their faces. They're very excited.
They seem to be really emotional.
Yeah, very
Wow.
enthused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scally. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this art is gorgeous, and I'm hoping that they stick with it. So, I mean, the fact that they can get Daniel Samperi on the Wonder Woman stuff, I'm like, they've got to keep him on this Justice League. So,
I can hope.
Chris, I have not caught up with Redcoat since like issue 2, so I have quite a few to catch up on.
I do not like that series, so
I was gonna say, Kyle, you're not a fan. What was
No.
it was it the Albert Einstein that was
that
like,
didn't
no.
help.
Yeah.
I just the Chris Hemsworth. I'm just a bumbling oaf, and I'm just gonna like Frank Drebin my way into things and fall backwards into problem. It was just like, all right. I just don't find it interesting at all. I don't like that character at all.
Yeah.
So, not a fan.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll kind of finish things off here with Nemesis. Because this cover's awesome. But but old Tampon Tim here that he's got as his sidekick. I don't know about him. I don't know what
Tampon Tim.
Yeah, because remember his suit where he's like, your suit looks badass, and then it like pans over to him, and you're like, does it though?
I'm the one who came in the comments and said it looked like the tampon.
That's why he's
tampon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's Tampon Tim. I'm still, and this art is still not doing it for me, but that's all right. So yeah, gentlemen, did you get a chance to read Nemesis?
I did.
Okay. Thoughts on issue? We're on issue 3 now. Yeah, anything overarching that you wanted to hit?
I don't know how you felt, but there's just something odd about this version of Nemesis. The way he talks specifically to everyone and to his protege or his fucking Robin, whatever we're calling him. Something just seems off with the dialogue and the way he speaks and what he says. It just doesn't sound like Nemesis at all. And I don't know if that's going to come up later. Like, this never was Nemesis in the first place. This was all just some other fucking ploy. I don't know, but just something seems weird.
Yeah, it's not that same like maniacally cheeky. I'm gonna be honest. I'm enjoying the book, but the sidekick thing is really throwing me off.
It's not working.
Yeah, I hate their dialogue together. He talks way too much, and it's not cagey enough to where he says just enough to get his point across, and that's it. It's like, you're really talking an awful lot here, like, and I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Like, you almost have like a personality, which is very weird because that character really doesn't. It's like, no, I'm a fucking machine. Like, I'm just.
I almost, and this sounds bad, but I almost don't want to know more about Nemesis, and yet we're learning, like, we're seeing his face a ton, and I'm like, why? No, I don't want this. I don't want to see his face. I don't want to know, like, so. A lot of what we find in this issue is how he's doing these heists. Is that kind of what you guys garnered from this? Is like you're getting the before he finally has this culmination of a big heist. Like, he has to get this weapon in order to get this thing, which then he can pay for this, that, you know what I mean? Like, everything is a lead up to the biggest crime. But you're right. I totally agree with you guys. I think that he's not as maniacal, he's not as evil, and he's not as like conniving and meticulous, because even here the sidekick goes, "Oh, do these guys work for you?" And he goes, "No, not yet, but I suspect they will once I slit their captain's throat." And it's like, Nemesis would have already planned this out, right? Like,
yes. Yeah.
He would have known where the boat was going to be at the right time and was going to have the right person on the boat, so that everything would have been taken care of. But this seems like it's very sporadic, where he's just kind of chaotic, and I don't think that's how Nemesis works.
Right. And part of it could be because he went through this Lazarus pit, and maybe he's a different character than what he was when he went through. And now that he's paid this debt, he owes this exorbitant amount of money now. So now he's feeling under pressure than normal before to get all of this money to pay off all this. It's like, there could be reasons you could explain that why he's acting this way, that he's a little more, chaotic and not so clear thinking. I have no idea. I hope it's explained, because if you were to read the very first volume of Nemesis and then go into this, you would be like, there's no way this is the same character. Like this
Yeah,
doesn't make
exactly.
any sense at
Mhm.
all.
And
just
oh, go ahead.
no, please.
No, I was just gonna say, and I've been someone defending the art because I know Max isn't crazy about the art, but the art is actually getting worse. It's getting way more still.
It really is.
Yeah, there's times where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And faces,
What-
her face
what's
right
going
there,
on-
that's fucking
What's
terrifying.
going on here? What is
That
going
looks
on?
like the Joker.
here? Yeah, it does. And here and just
Yeah.
Well, look how
good.
stilted they all look. Like, look at the
They all look
nothing about
very
that looks natural or
3D
kinetic.
models. Yeah,
No.
So
it really looks like I saw him.
no, it kind of does in some
a little
like-
bit, but oh,
Like this looks like they pulled it. This looks like a scene from ISO. Maybe not the cool plane. Like the cool plane looks like it's drawn, but the center, the cars, like I don't know.
yeah.
I hate this nanny thing, this butler nanny. And then Nemesis himself is like, this is already like he needs to be way more stoic. And quiet and like you said, methodical. He's a machine.
Yeah.
And he just seems to be for any other character, if they're charismatic, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But he's almost trying to be like Mr. Charisma.
Yeah. And I don't like it. I
yeah, me
I love
neither.
this
Yeah.
part. I love the heist. I love, all the bullets were bombs. It's like that
Mhm.
is Nemesis.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
it would have been even better. Like this would have been a cool turn if his sidekick didn't know that. He didn't
Yes.
realize
Oh,
they were bombs, and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't need to fucking tell you that. Like, it's none of your fucking
Yeah.
business why I do the things that I do." Then the sidekick would have been like, "What the fuck?" And it just would keep that sidekick on edge. Like, I have no idea what this fucking psychopath is going to do, and what
yes.
they're capable of, and they're going to put me in harm's way because. You have to start second guessing, like, okay, why is he having me here with him? Why is he having me do
Mhm.
these things? So, I'm not telling Mark Miller how to fucking write. All right, the guy. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I
no,
will.
Yeah.
I will. You know what, Mark Miller? You need to go find the guy that wrote the first couple of Nemesis books and let him write this one.
Yeah, where's that
Yeah,
guy?
who's that
He's
guy?
'cause
Where's
he's
that
writing
guy?
good. He's writing Prodigy really well.
Yeah.
Prodigy's
Yeah.
good.
I
What's
don't
the
know.
other book that he's got? I don't know.
So here's the thing too, like when the whole like I'm gonna have a sidekick thing was first introduced, I literally thought this was just being introduced because Nemesis was I thought they were gonna kind of reveal that Nemesis was like, yeah, I'd be fun to have a fucking sidekick, like I'm gonna torture the fuck out of this kid and then kill him,
Right?
Yeah.
like, and I really thought that's what he was gonna be. Like he's gonna do all this crazy shit that this kid is like, what the fuck is going on? And then he kills him right at
Mhm.
the end and be like, all right, that was fun. Like,
Yeah.
but that's something he would do because he's like terrible like that.
Yes,
But it's
just
entertaining.
pretend like, oh, you look like a fucking badass. Go over there and like, let's go beat up these guys. And he just gets his fucking ass kicked, and he's just a bullet sponge for Nemesis. It's like, no, I just needed you to get shot at.
Yeah. Which there's
Oh,
still
man.
a little part of me that's like, hold out.
Yeah.
Mark Miller's got a plan. I'm gonna
Yeah.
trust him. He hasn't let me down yet, right? He's produced 2 of some of my favorite villain arcs ever, which is the 2 Nemesis series. Yeah. So maybe at the very last issue of this thing, he pumps and dumps him and just like, you really thought I was going to teach you? So
Yeah, I don't
But-
know. I thought the end was cool, although the dialogue, it did feel a little stilted to me from
Yeah.
that character just exposition dumping everything. Like, no, I know,
Yeah.
granted, they did just have their arm cut off by a saw, so they probably were a little taken off. I was
Yeah.
at first I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, well, this is going to be
Well-
really interesting.
That was, yeah, I legitimately thought that was Nemesis. So Mark did get me here. I
made
was
me too.
fully like, how is he going to get out of this one? So
Yeah, I'm like, is he gonna I'm like, can he grow limbs back or something? I'm like, well, this would
no,
be weird.
you'd have to be put back in the Lazarus pit or whatever. or,
Yeah.
like, you'd have to give him a
Yeah.
robotic arm.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe he will give him a robotic arm. I don't know.
Yeah,
And then it just like oh my god, and here I'm going to tell you everything. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Then it's like, I'm not Nemesis, but this is what I am, and I need the cash to use this, but that's how I actually got this thing. And yeah, there's a lot. Like for a dude who just had his arm sawed off by a buzzsaw, he's real talkative.
Yeah, he would have passed out.
I'd hope so.
I'm only dressed as Nemesis because he's the guy that cops are looking for. I was really just hoping that he could be like it's just okay.
Yeah.
But
they should have just like stabbed him in the shoulder or something and then let him spill all that shit and then be like, oh, okay. And when you think they're just gonna let him go, then just chop the arm off them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that it was this guy, I'm like, oh, I was like, either Nemesis is wearing a mask pretending to be this guy, or he planned this out and he knew this guy was going to be dressing as him, and he was using him as a trap to bait these fucking clowns to then eventually die. But then at the end, it's like, well, no, he was completely taken off guard by this too. So,
and that's the inconsistency here, because in here, Nemesis and the sidekick fully understand that these women are trying to take advantage of them. So they have the rings, right?
Yep.
Like Nemesis is on board there. But then when it comes to the guy who's pretending to be Nemesis, he's taken off guard, like you said, and he's like, what the hell is going on here? So which is it? Is he a genius mastermind who knows everything, or is he aloof and only gets it right half the time? You know?
I know.
But yeah, I do like this last scene. What the F is going on here? And he's got a samurai sword. Like, okay.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to
tampon him.
I just, the way the Nemesis suit is here compared to how Steve McNiven had it. It's like, it's just, I don't like this.
No.
I feel like it should be that pristine white still.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Like one piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this. Palette cleanser. Because we gotta see this Jorge Jimenez and Steve McNiven. There he is. There's the man. Oh, look at how much fun that is. Gosh dang, he is riding high on life right there.
There he is.
Oh yeah, no, that pristine white cape looks so freaking, it's just so striking. And you'd never think that a costume villain would take on a white mantle like this.
Right.
Yeah. The exact opposite of Batman.
Yeah.
There's
another good shot of him.
There'll be one keep going down.
Yeah, these are sweet.
And Jorge has a lot of anime influences in his work too. Look, Jorge did this almost shorts looking thing on him though, which I for some reason I didn't remember.
Yeah, he does kind of have a little
shorts.
Superman boxer briefs going on there, eh? Yeah. Jamin D says, when I started reading, I was thinking there was an ulterior motive for the kid to be the sidekick, like maybe some sort of revenge or something to gain, but or to gain his trust and then backstab him. But then now we are here. Yeah, Jamin, that's kind of how we're all feeling. We thought that, maybe this sidekick thing was just going to be a means to an end, but it actually seems like he legitimately wants a sidekick, which is odd. I don't know.
I think he doesn't need one. That's the point of the character. Like, I don't need anybody else.
What's happening, J Ravage 77? He says, "Hey MVP," and Kyle and Josh again. What's up?
Hello.
What's good?
What's good?
But completely agree. Now, the question is, like you said earlier, when he goes into the Lazarus pit, does this change his whole outlook on life and personality? Where he's like, I gotta find someone to help me not die like last time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if that's the case, like he needs henchmen. He doesn't need a sidekick.
Right. Which he's always had henchmen do everything
Right.
for him, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. It's like, and they did say like there was gonna a price to be paid for you to come back in this Lazarus pit. So he knows what this price is that he has to pay.
Yeah.
And so then I am under the assumption that he knows what this price is. And so it's steep enough to where I have to find a protege, mentor them, teach them everything that I know for reasons to pay back this debt. And now I don't know what that debt is, and I don't know what it means to have to pay it back. If it's monetary, if it's something else, I don't know. If it's this kid, like, hey, I'm going to train him to be me and then sacrifice him so I can live. I don't know, but who knows?
Like I said, I want to keep giving Mark Millar the benefit of the doubt because he is a better writer than I will ever be in my entire existence. However, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of straying away from the character, and I just don't feel like I'm reading Nemesis. And that concerns me. Yeah, this is so great.
Yeah,
It looks so good.
Damn.
But I mean, I'll hold out hope. The question is, do we give the book a recommend? I still like the book.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, look, it's one of those things that I don't think it's bad. Like
No.
I genuinely don't think
Right.
it's bad. It feels off, and I haven't figured out if that's by design yet or not. But even if it's not, he's still so much more competent as a storyteller than 90% of what's out there from publishers.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
No, I was still entertained. I still had fun reading it.
Yeah.
And I still love the character very much. And I still want to know how it ends. So it's better than the majority of shit out there. But I think I just hold it in such high regard because he is such a phenomenal writer that he knows what he's doing, and he knows these characters. Obviously, he co-created them. So, but yeah, just some of the choices he makes sometimes. Now, not everyone's perfect. People are fallible. So is he. But yeah, I'm just like, that was a interesting choice. And especially artist. I'm like, you could have any artist you want. Literally, you could pay any artist any amount of money to do these books for you. And these are the guys you go with. It's just not my first choice.
Yeah, you go from two of the best artists in the game to I don't want to say to a nobody, but to a no name that is almost getting worse as time goes on, you know? And when like the other two series like got better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there are reasons why Steve McNiven can't do it. I get that.
Sure.
He told me. But it's like he can't come back. But come on. Like, you can poach anybody. You can have anybody.
Who would you guys want to see on? Oh wait, did we talk about this, Josh? Was this you? Oh yeah, I think we talked about it last week. I thought, what if Doug Braithwaite came on Nemesis?
Oh,
you know, instead of not instead of Conan, but like he took on another thing and he started doing Nemesis. But I don't know.
Yeah, you said Doug Braithwaite because I was like, no, I'd rather see Doug Braithwaite do like a Wolverine book,
right? Which would be sick. Yeah,
I mean, like, what if you get Dan Mora? Like, what if you get?
Ooh,
Jason
I could see
Fabok?
Dan
Like,
Mora
what if you
doing
get
this,
somebody?
yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, Fabok. Oh, be still, my heart. That would have been so sick. But then I wouldn't want him drawing Tampon Tim. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know if that really...
Tampon Tim. Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have come up with a different iteration of
design.
Maybe different. It would look
Yeah.
completely different, and we'd be like,
No,
"Oh, that's
you're
actually
right.
kind of cool."
Yeah, you're right. So
I don't know. But Dan
so-
Mora, you could do a cool job. Dan Mora would.
I think because a lot of this has Dan Mora elements in it. Like
Mhm.
this Nemesis photo that we're looking, or illustration that we're looking at, has a lot of Dan Mora.
Yeah, well, they both kind of have that tinge of that anime type style, you know,
Mhm.
like. So I mean, I think that's why. I don't know, like I'm not too familiar. I can't even remember this artist's name, but I'm not too familiar with it. I mentioned it before, but he looks like a lesser version of ACO. And if you're gonna go for that style, just get ACO. Like, and ACO is not even a
ACO?
big name, yeah. But
What does it stand for? Not AOC.
no, it's ACO. That's just what he goes by.
Oh,
He's done
okay,
stuff
never mind.
for, yeah.
Dude, I remember reading this second. I wish I could reread this second series for the first time. You know that feeling when you read something for the first time and like you want to be able to reread it again for the first time? But I remember getting to this last page, and when I read Nemesis say, "I'll pay you 10 grand for every dead cop," my heart
Yeah.
stopped. Like, I was like, this evil, terrifying, because at the time that this came out, this was happening all over the place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I was legitimately scared. That was such a great revelation. And he's filming all of it, and he's got it on social media. Like, dude, this was something else.
Mhm. Yeah, it was.
So, but yeah, he just feels more like you said, maniacal. Everything feels very like this is just little things here and there. Give it another minute. Just he knows what to say and when to say it.
Yep. Machiavellian. He has everybody, he knows what everybody's going to do.
Yeah.
Like, I know how you're going to respond to this situation, and so I'm going to be a step ahead. You drug a woman and have her sleep with you have her commit suicide with an airplane. Like, you planned this so far ahead. You brainwash her.
Yeah,
Crash
that's what I was
the
about to say.
plane.
Land here.
Yeah, it's like, come on. And this new Nemesis it's like, this fucking dipshit doesn't sound like he would do that. He doesn't know there's guys in a basement and he's carrying a sword. He's like, oh, what's going on here?
He doesn't know there are guys in the basement. He doesn't know that there are guys on the boat that he's about to land his gigantic, parachute on. Like, he doesn't know anything.
Nemesis should never say, what's going on here? Huh? What the hell? What the hell just happened?
See, like, for example, he goes, "You think you were here for backup, Jake? You guys were just carrying my extra ammunition." Like, that's what he should be saying to the sidekick. Like, you think I actually was going to train you? You're just here for cannon fodder. You know what I mean? Like, this is the exact line he should be saying to this, little kid. So, yeah. He's still got that snarky, like he's got a bit of charisma here, but it's still under the guise of I'm gonna kill everyone. And I know exactly what I'm doing. Not yeah. But I don't know.
Not I need this money. Everyone get out of here right now.
Yeah. Josh, were you looking up AOC?
ACO?
No, AOC. I was
AOC, no, you're right.
AOC, yeah. Any policies that she's coming up with?
Lord.
Anything good?
I hate y'all.
But damn, I'm gonna go back and reread this because that's good. That's good stuff. But all right. Well, gentlemen, I think that should just about do it. Josh, did you read anything else? I think you read one more book, right? Or
well, no, I read a few more. So one, I did kind of I decided I was gonna try to give Batman another chance, so I picked it up.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was a little bit of a mistake. The issue's fine. Story-wise, it's fine. But then you've got dialogue throughout that just ruins it. So you've got a point where like Bruce Wayne shows up to his company and there's protesters out there, and he comes in, and the new Lucius Fox, which is a white woman with gray hair who may or may not be trans, it's kind of hard to tell, is like, oh, Bruce, you saw? And he's like, the protesters I did, they seem harmless enough. And you've got this back and forth going on. where she then is talking about like, oh, you know what people are saying about you, and he's like, oh, that I'm a commie, though. Really, I suppose I'm a philanthro-capitalist, but that's a lot of letters to write in a sign. So you got dialogue like that, but it gets worse because they introduce like an anti-hero who's like all American. Like, imagine Captain America, but like Punisher-esque. Not even Punisher-esque, but he uses a gun to stop a bad guy, and Batman freaks out. But he doesn't kill the guy; he just shoots the guy in the leg. But that leads Bruce to have a conversation with Leslie, where he says, and I'm quote, "I'm used to dealing with the usual monsters, the nihilists, the money hungry, but he was wrapped in a flag and wanted to help, and help is in quotes." And he puts, wrapping yourself in both of those things can excuse a lot of horrible behavior. What do we think he's referring to? Like, very clearly referring to Trump. And I don't know, but there's just a lot of dialogue like that. So I was like, dude, when your plot's not off the rocker, your lines still are, because you're driving me crazy.
That dialogue is just so ham-fisted. It just feels so disingenuous. Like the whole, I'm an anarcho-physiological capitalist. So what do you say? Like some random like jargon that just like that doesn't sound like that, man.
He's like, oh, they say I'm a commie, but I'm really a philanthro-capitalist.
Philanthro-capitalist, and it's like, whoa, what?
Yeah, indeed. So the other book that I picked up was The Crow by Obar.
Ooh,
I wanted to read that. Fuck.
It's pretty good. It's not great, but it's solid. It took me a little while. Sometimes it was kind of confusing to figure out what exactly was going on, because your Crow stories are always the same. Same concept, right? This gets points because the lead character's name is Joshua, so you know.
Now we're talking. All right.
Recommend.
But it seems like he's Native American.
Not recommend.
No, it's not. It's not done in a like, oh God, why way. But this was interesting because typically it's like whoever the Crow is comes back and they, right the wrongs of whoever wronged them. Well, this guy is Native American that died shortly after the Civil War. And he gets brought back. So it's not actual people that wronged him, but the Crow is kind of like, do you see that they're the same? So you've got what appears to be the 90s, and he's going through. But the artist is, one of the artists is Alex Maleev. So Alex Maleev doing this, like,
oh wow.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, that looks cool, man.
So it's pretty freaking good art.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the other artist is not as good, and I didn't really like their stuff as much. So you can see present day, it's just a little muddier.
Okay.
But Maleev, other artist. So Maleev does all the flashback stuff, and the other artist does all the present day stuff.
Oh, so it's not.
Yeah.
It should have been the other way around, essentially, from what I'm hearing.
It should have just been Maleev.
Yeah, just pay the guy more money to do all the pages.
Yeah, you got him already.
He does like pretty damn good work.
Wow.
Maleev.
Oh gosh, that looks incredible, man.
So
that's cool.
And then if we have time, I'm just going to reference one more, but this is actually from last week, and I told you, Max, that I was sad that I didn't read this until after we did the stream.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about this one. Yeah.
But yeah, The Manchurian. And this is like a spy thriller, but it's way less 007 and way more into like actual espionage, but he's an Asian spy. And it goes down and breaks down how their intelligence works and what they try to do versus how our intelligence works and what we try to do. So their whole thing is about influencing corporations. But it goes into how they do stuff. But you've got the Dodsons on art, man. So it's just it's a beautiful book. And it's got some good action that's pretty intense at times and good dialogue. Because we were looking at the writer, and it's what was his name?
So do you mind if I go down the rabbit hole real quick?
Go down it.
So chat, Josh and I are talking before the stream. And Josh is like, I got to mention this book because it's awesome. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this. I wonder what this is. Looks kind of interesting. Spy thriller. Okay. And then I look at the writer, and it's Pornsack.
Oh, Pornsack.
Kyle, we've talked about Pornsack on this show before.
Oh,
how
yes,
can
we
you
have.
not forget a name about like Pornsack, right?
Pornsack.
So I go, oh my God, Josh, I know that name, but I don't know from where. So I click on his profile, and I'm like, what did Pornsack write? I know we covered him, but I forgot what it was that he wrote. So I go through his bibliography or whatever you want to call it. And I remembered that he wrote a silver coin issue that I wrote a review on League of Comic Geeks for. So I was like, oh my God, I've reviewed this guy before, Josh. And Josh was like, oh, was he like, And I was like, no, man, I hated it. It was awful. Do you remember this issue, Kyle?
Was that the one with the couple?
Yes.
About
yes,
COVID or no, I don't know if it was during COVID. Something really on the nose about these fucking couple that really like hated each other, right?
Yeah. So here was my review. I said, this issue was written with allegory that was subtle as a baseball bat hitting you over the head. The individuals in this book are absolutely insufferable and unlikable. Whether or not that was intentional or not was a poor choice for a meta commentary because it doesn't endear the reader to any sort of protagonist. The two people in this relationship, like you were talking about, are talking about how the election stressed them out and how it stressed out the entire country and vaccines and protests and politics, etc., etc. When I read a comic, I want to escape the BS of modern day politics, but this comic leaned in that social commentary with abysmal writing and poor dialogue. I understand what the writers were trying to do, but failed to succeed in telling a well-written story in their execution. Crazy that I forgot that I actually wrote this review. So pretty funny. Oh well.
So yeah, so he's gotten better as a writer, you say, eh?
I guess so, because Josh said he'd recommend this new Pornsack book.
Well, and we started looking at his other stuff because I didn't read this, so I couldn't tell you. But we saw. One of the things that he wrote was it Task Force 7 or whatever? And I was like, oh fuck, that was awful.
Oh yeah.
But then he also did The Good Asian, and I thought The Good Asian was good.
So he's kind of all over the place.
It looks like he's all over the place.
He did some Sandman universe stuff too.
Pornsack. Sandman universe.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can't forget a name like Pornsack though, and that's why I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, because Max was like, "Oh, Pornsack wrote this," and I was like, "What? No, he didn't. It's Pitch's Shoti."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "No, his first name's Pornsack," and I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Oh,
so he has to go by his first name.
That's bad. But no, I thought this was actually good.
He was on a Bad Idea comic.
That
sounds about right.
Planet Death. Oh, maybe not. Or I don't know. But yeah, so you like that one, Josh?
Yeah, I thought it was a really solid book.
Wow.
It has a lot of subtleties, and it plays things like it handles relationships, not romantic relationships, but just the people that he's working. It handles it well, and it's got a good kind of like dialogue for him, like inner monologue for him, and how he operates and what he's doing. And there's a lot of different angles that he's trying to manage and threats that he's trying to avoid. And some of them are from his own country and other intelligence agents that like his higher ups may not think he's working fast enough. So it's got like a good tension of like speed things up, get results faster. I've got someone else that's coming in now. Like
good pace.
I don't know if they're
good pacing.
Yeah, but you don't know if that person's coming in to intercept and take over or take him out. Like that's the whole thing going on. But yeah.
All right.
Who would have thought?
Who
Good
would
old
have thought?
Pornsack. Not me.
That's cool though. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's why I think that you guys are doing the Lord's work when you read the issue number 1s, because I know that's a big thing that you do on your channel, Josh. And
right.
some of those I can't go through with it. So, but well, gentlemen, I think that should do it for tonight. Any other words before we tap out? Say goodnight.
Nope.
I think that should be it. So,
Mhm.
well, it was a pleasure to have you on, Kyle. Truly, thank you for being here tonight, and good to see you, and welcome back. So, but
I'm not gonna be here for long. So
I was gonna say I don't know how long we got you for, but hey, I'll take a night. So
I will too.
And-
I've missed you, Kyle.
yeah,
Oh, bullshit. Thank you.
Josh is always his best when you're here. So
That's right.
on his best behavior,
Mhm.
especially that it's his birthday too. His birthday.
That is
So,
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, thank you again, everyone in the chat and everyone who supported tonight. Thank you guys for all the super chats and all the love. We appreciate it. And hopefully you guys got something out of the reviews this week, and some of the news topics and whatnot. But yeah, I think that should be it. We'll try and be back here on Sunday for Max's Man Cave for some topics, because there should be some pretty interesting stuff in the news. Lots of Zachary Levi, giving his support to Donald J. You've got Joker Folie Dieu, or whatever it's called. It's got like a 38%, both critics and like review, like critics and fans. And already they're blaming the audience, so that's pretty interesting.
Of course.
As well. So yeah, of course.
Oh jeez.
So yeah, just it's classic stuff like that. So maybe we'll talk about that on Sunday. But yeah, thanks for being on, guys. We'll catch y'all next time, and we'll see everyone hopefully this Sunday. Where's my outro here? There we go. Have a good one, guys. Take care.